Rich runny nose. Come on, everybody, where are you? 19 on, no thumbs up. Throw 9 thumbs up. Come on, push the thumbs up. I like buttons. 19 on. Come on, thumbs up. Looks like England have just won the European under-21s. You would like to buy coffee. Once again, have over 500 people in hidden users, normal people like Monkey, Shake, and many more. Please use Spanner wisely. Yeah, there's too many people getting blocked and stuff. Emma? What's that on there? They're saying it's got over 500 people blocked or something.
No, that's me writing on. I've just been to try and find your mention in the block list. And there's over 500 people blocked. But I noticed last night people were timing people out for, well, a certain person. But just saying, hi, Brian.
Yeah, just really should only get 3 on at a time. 35 on. Don't forget to push the like buttons, guys. As you're coming on, push the thumbs up for the channel. Just want to see the money here. Hugh Ardberg. Hello, Hugh. Everything okay, brother? Good Scottish lad. Johnny Jump. Love you, son. Rob, are you okay? Oh, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Rob. Happy birthday to you. Hey. Just let you know it's Rob's birthday. Where's the party at again, Rob? Forgot the address. What time it is. David was timed out for now yesterday. Yeah, it's getting stupid now. Edgar Lee, hello, son. Love you to bits. People are getting timed out for just stupid things. I don't do that on mine. There's 500 people being blocked. I know we've got the idiot, the little crank. Jimmy fucking Cranky. Jimmy Cranky. What? Hey, Maniok, you all right? Maniok's a good lad. Old blue eyes. Fucking the fake author. You've got the most gorgeous blue eyes, Maniok, that I've ever seen on a man. Ew. Fucking hell, what a weirdo. Maniok said to me, oh, thank God you and Bobby just walked in, he said, fucking give me the creeps. There he is, Maniok at the bottom there. Yeah. Great lad, Maniok. Great lad. He's another one who'll give him lifts everywhere for the fake offer and promised him all sorts of things and give you this and that. Never got a fucking carrot off. Never once got a bit of money for petrol. Rotten with greedy is. Fucking rotten. 51 on, only 18 got the thumbs up. Come on, guys. What you know, they're fucking blocked. He's all blocked or something. What the thumbs means is I like buttons because you know what? I can't believe how many. You know how many we've had? We've had just under 450 likes in 3 lives, so that's doing the fucking trolls head in. So the little snitch that we all know he is, dirty snitch, has been chased out of every fucking house in Teesside, and I'm not allowed to say that word. He's gone on and that there, that tinny stuff. I'm not allowed to say that for the police, they said, but obviously it's lifted that now. So what he's done, he's used the police as a weapon, like Maria Howard said, to get people locked up and people done. Scotty 1994, Glee, Sam Westall, S.I. Reese. That sounds Welsh, that. Hiya, mate. Ashley Arm, hope you're okay. Mods do not do quick as tired to find. Joe mentioned earlier, it was impossible to find him. 500 blocked. Freedom, another great lad. But I've hidden no one, Emma, was timing people out and should tell them because they keep doing it. Yeah. Freedom, well said. Trap Mafia, hello, son. Hey, Emmanuel. Scott Moore, hello, Scott. Rare up there telling them, calling names of their known troll. Hold on, I've never timed no one out unless they're calling names or trying to know a troll. Yeah, well, she's right, isn't it? Luton Airport. Stephen Muzz. Hi from Luton Airport. I remember went to Luton once. I stayed there once. I was on the run from a fucking massive shootout in Dormanstown, Redcar. It was all in the papers and being fucking me. Bam Bam's not here no more. We went there in the 911 Porsche to Luton for 2 days. And I remember Lorraine Chase. She was on at the Billingham Theatre. I went in with a Randall jacket on. I was about 18, 19. I thought it was the pitch cinema, the pictures. It was a donor. I went in, paid. It was all people with dicky bows and fucking jackets, dinner jackets. And I'm sat there with fucking the dream and a jacket and a top. I was like say about 18, I think. And I'm sat there and all these people coming like judges type of thing and fucking posh people. And I'm sat there with jeans on the jacket. And Lorraine Chase, come on, remember Lorraine Chase? She's like, ooh, Luton Airport was number 1 in the charts. And him off, I can't remember his name now. He was in a series with I can't remember his name now. White haired bloke, she come on, she had to stop the suspending on. That was like he was having an affair with this other bloke and everything. It was good to watch because I've never seen one out like that. So yeah, it was good. She was a good actress, good singer. Graham Smith, good evening, Billingham Forum, that's what it was at. Can't remember the other old bloke, white hair. Sid something he's called. Come to me. Was it Sidney Greenstreet? No, Sidney Greenstreet's the actor in it. He's an actor. I'll show me again. He was in with him in Half Hot Mom. Remember with I can't think of the things in it, the little one. And then they were in a series. They had a second-hand shop between them. I can't think of the name. Still, when you get something in the head, you can't get out. Cartman. Hello, Cartman. Good evening. Don't forget to push the like buttons. I'm telling you tonight because last night I did it, and I tell you what, 400 and just, I think it's too shy of 450 likes. Now, if you get 1 or 2 likes, you're doing fucking well. You're doing brilliant if you get 3 or 4 likes, something like that. But 150 on 3 likes. 150 on 3 lives is unfucking heard of. It's unheard of. You look at anybody's YouTube, no matter who it is, and never getting that many likes. I'm telling you now. And it's only because you lot doing it. It's me coming around the house with the fucking double barrel shotgun the night threatening you. Fucking push the like buttons. Got all your addresses on here, say, checking you out. Yeah, so the little fucking snitches, that's it again. He can call me, but there's Gary Smasher, there's this one, that one. When I see my name, he goes, Brian, scared and hiding. No, because you're scared and hiding. I'm not fucking scared anyway. I'm just in my own fucking house, you little moron. Little fucking moron. There's only one tin foil in his bed. Soon as he's wake, in his head, where can I get some brown from to put with my tin foil? Mix it up off my tree. Here we go every day. There's only one tin foil. That's a team that down the tin foil they're called. The tin foils, they all wear tin foil in a hat. There's only one tin foil. Everyone's looking at me and laughing at you, walking in a winter wonderland. You're fucking the laughing stock of the whole fucking grid. But the whole laugh stock the world wants to take the piss out of you. So now you call me timber. I'm frightened of that word. I'm frightened of the word tin foil. Fucking what a wimp. What a wimp. No wonder the fucking kids leaving him. No wonder the kids go in the army to get away from him. I know one of the other daughters could fucking jumped on the taxi and went to fucking Harry, never come back. No wonder your mum and dad won and look was on you to see you. They must be, you know, like you're scared of tin foil, they're scared. He's coming! He's coming! He's coming! Like another fucking straight all through all the streets of Middlesbrough. We can get away from him. Toxic fucking syndrome. Toxic shock syndrome. You've been exposed with the books. You've been exposed with everything. You've got nothing. You're hiding in a police house. I'm still in my own house. I'm coming on here. I've got out to say, I'll tell you on here. I don't put it under cartoons and Gary Smasher and Ebenezer Green's flat because I've got balls. You haven't got any balls. You're a fucking coward. You haven't got no balls. So you wear the frilly things. And frilly things you wear. You don't have fucking used to wear, Paul Hobson. Man, so he should grass me up to the YouTube. Wait a minute, shit. Oh, he said to his wife, I can't help it. What, you're coming down off the Charlie Brown? No, it's not that. What's the matter? It's gone down. It's gone. What's happened here? It's gone. The light's gone. The fuck. Don't light there. Gone dark on me. So he said, no, I've had that this morning. But I don't know what to do. She said, what do you mean you don't know what to do? I haven't phoned the police for over 26 minutes. I haven't grassed down on anyone for 26 minutes. Please, somebody do something so I can grass, please. wait a minute, she's saying she's out there with the binoculars at the fucking back. He's out the front of the fucking... Whoa, wait a minute. His tax is out of date. So we'll get a pen. The address, 22 Smith Street, Tommy Johnson. Tax ran out yesterday. Is that the place? That, I thought you tinfoil? Yes, it's in Operation Tinfoil. What's the code? Snitch. I know you're the snitch, but you've got to have a snitch name. What's the name? Tinfoil. Oh, yeah, Tinfoil. What is it now? Right? He's got no tax what? Since yesterday, right? All units. Mr. Smith's. Next to Tinfoil Street. Go. All units. Now he's run out of tax yesterday. Everybody there. Quick, straight away. The whole lot going. Take everyone. MI5, the fucking lot. Take them all. Go. All units, go. She's going, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You might be able to do another one of you. What's wrong there? Like, what's wrong? His wife shot the bath like that. She went, there's a man just threw a sweet paper on the floor. 9999. It's me. Snitch. What's your code name? Tinfoil. Go on. What's happening now? There's a man out the back threw a sweet paper. What type of sweet paper is it? What type of sweet paper is it? Toffee. It's a toffee one. It's filled with toffee sweet paper on the floor. All units. Fucking hell. That's what it's like all day long. How many blue gyros will I get this month? How much money will I get this month, officer? Fucking hell, because when they phone up, they've got to give the snitch name. Or they've all got a certain name, like whatever. We all know yours is. Fucking hell. Right, fucking, that's what they're like at the windows. They've got the sun at the window with the phone. When somebody comes to have a fight, they've got the sun phone recording. They've got cameras recording you. And they've got him and there. They've got a phone each. They're on the phones recording you. And he's got a thing on the house where you can push the button for automatic goes to the police station. He's got a speed dial. That's what he's got. He pushes the button, just one button. I don't know what it is. Instead of pushing 999, he just pushes one button, speed down there at his house. 2 minutes response time to his house. So what he does, he moves into villages away from where the towns are. He goes into the towns causing trouble and sneaks back to the villages where they don't really know him. But they've all chased him now because they found out where he is. So he's been chased out of that village. So he's been doing this for years and years and years. 12 years he's been doing this. 9 times or 10 times he's moved now. I think it's 10 to tell you the truth. I think he's got moved again from Newcastle to there to get his new job. So in the factory, chemical alley he is. So he's in there. Positive vibes. Papa Robinson, Andy W. Yeah, fucking hell. Aye, Brindle. So, Rilles, is that Rilles at the bottom? Rilez. With a spanner. UI Berg's looking good. So, yeah, he's like, that's what they're all doing. Oh, you can't wait to grass people up. Oh, like this one we were talking to him he was from Berrykill, she said. And he was on the estate when he was younger. And he'd be in this house, say about 500, 600 yards, they're all having a drink, a few ecstasy or something. He'd infiltrate what they're doing. Then he'd go and they would say, like, say these are the Thompsons. They'd be going, I'm fucking sick of him over there, that Johnny Smith. And he'd go over and go, I'd record them on his phone. Like he does with everything. He's been doing this for years and years and years. He's been saying this about you, do you know? Well, there, look, listen. So then they're coming over there to fight with him over them. He's like, that fucking horrible fat head he's got. Sniggering like a fat, greasy fucking turd in the background. Like not dog shit on your shoe. Mr. Brown. And Mr. Brown, that's your name now. Mr. fucking Brown. Mr. Brown is on the Brown and EH24. He's up every morning. He's at the door. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Brown, if you think you're off the gear? Full of fucking shit. He's trying to tell everyone he's been off the gear for 110 days. That's his new post a couple of days ago. Fucking bonkers. So if you're off the gear 110 days, why do you look? And that's somebody said. He's now become his hero, Sykes. We know that. But you think about it. Sykes has been dead since, I can't remember now, 2000 or something. He's been dead off 30 years or something. Sykes looks better than you. You're walking, Thriller, remember the zombies? Thriller. You're one of them fucking zombies walking about. Brown, give me brown. That's what you're coming out the fucking ground at fucking 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning out the graveyard. That's what you look like, a walking corpse. So, wait a minute. Bloke walking through the graveyard. He's walking through fucking tinfoil wait a minute, we've buried someone. He's alive. He's come up the ground. Wait a minute, he's come up the fucking graveyard. Get in here quick. Oh no, he's always like that. That's what he's like. He can't be. He's a walking zombie. He's a corpse. No, he's been off the gear 110 days. Honest. He eats all the best of fruit. Trains 4 times a week. Eats all his wheat picks. Fucking bonkers he is. So now he's just opinion Glaswegian, love your son. So he just can't stop. It's like, you know, it's obsession of OCD. That's what he's got on everything. I'll get them back. Sebo, his missus. Sebo, tell them I'll do this. And she's one fucking hands like I've typed like that with one hand, with the little thumb, the big thumb. And I'm struggling because our hand's fucked. So I'm there and texting news and going, okay, my hand will go. I have to put my hands down after so long and start again. I'm probably on an hour a day, 2 hours a day, an hour in the morning, an hour in the afternoon, an hour at night, and then I'll do this. So I'm on about 5 hours a day. But keeps me occupied, keeps my mind running, it keeps me right, it keeps you right. We keep each other right. We all love each other and help each other. Andy W. Off the gear sounds like he's off. Sounds like he's off it. Fucking at all, mate. He's in a chemical factory. Fucking he's off the gear, but he's in a chemical factory. And he's in there pretending he doesn't work there. The fucking girl's seen him in there, who knows her fucking brother works there. It's like what boy? How the fuck would you tell lies and pretend you're not somewhere? And there's another thing, his house is completely been obliterated. Someone was up there yesterday and they've gone on the back. Every window in the house has been smashed. And he went, oh, they got the wrong house, the idiots. No, they didn't get the wrong house. That's why you've been moved. You've been moved because every window, all along the front, all the top windows, it's an old-fashioned house, like from the war days. So the beveled windows, they're a fortune. So every window, the front window, the door, the front door, the back door, every door's been smashed, all the windows. And they said they were throwing red paint in the windows and everything. The neighbours, he said, and it's not the first time. They've had it done about 5 or 6 times. I thought it was only 2 or 3 times. It's been 5 or 6 times. A woman told a friend of mine up there who lives there, I've known him for fucking 30 odd years. He used to go up there drinking with him in Duffy. Duffy used to go up there. So what he does, he goes out in the little areas, but then he goes into the bigger areas, like say in Middlesbrough town, and he goes there, and then he'll go to the villages where he has a speed dial on. And what he does, when he moves to these areas, he moves where he's right next to a police station. So it'll be like 2 streets away. So when he phones 999 or the speed dial, they're there in 2 minutes. So he does it all the time. I think he's been in about 8 different villages. I can tell you now about 8 villages been in, but I can tell you about another 6 places where he's been chased out of Middlesbrough. So there's 14 times he's been chased off the estates. You can't go in Middlesbrough, you can't drink in any pub, you can't go in Stockton, you can't go into Hartlepool, can't go anywhere. Everywhere he goes, he gets a bat. He's had 4 good hidings in the last 4 months, and he's been chased 6 times. And he's had another good hiding. The gypsy lad battered him in the pub, knocked him clean out. 17-year-old kid knocked him out because he was sniffing fucking shit in the toilets. This is Mr. Brown. We don't know who that other person keeps reporting us. So Mr. Brown is running about. We all know he's a police informant because you've seen what he's done to Maria and what he's done to Irish Bull, and what he's done to Emma, what he's done to me, what he's done to Steve Shannon, what he's done to Steve Mack, what he's done to every fucker. He just can't stop phoning the police. He's obsessed with the police. And then he's saying, then he tries to switch it on. He goes, oh, you're the grass, you're grassing me up, you. When he's the grass, he's been doing it. He's been doing it since he's a kid. Like his nephew said, 6-year-old schizophrenic, away with the fairies. I'll never forget it because Tina Shaw was there. It was in the hospital. Emma was there. Carol was there. Tina Shaw's daughter was there. Little Evo was there. Little Darren was there. Darren you. All them were there. And Peter, little Evo's son, that they all come to see me. And we were having a laugh and that. And the lads who come worked with Maniac, sorry, here. Worked with Maniac. That lad worked with Maniac, and he worked at the football ground. Maniac works for my friend Glenn Bartlett, who has all the football team, and he has all the football, Middlesbrough football team. He looks after them. He said I was making that up as well. He pretended his mate runs there. Glenn Bartlett runs it. Glenn actually gives us the drove us in the limousine because he's got a limousine business as well. He minds the close protection security. He does. He's got built a massive house, and yeah, I mean the lad's a fucking multi-millionaire. Lovely lad, and he's a great kid. I love him a bit, you know, and he loves me a bit. But everybody said the same. He said, no one can stand him. You're a fucking legend, Brian. He's just a horrible, not even a human being. So Glenn got us the, and he looked after Geordie Shaw. And when I was in Redcar, about a year ago, maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, there was a kid coming. He said, oh, can I get a picture of you? And I was in my mate's shop. There's a CBD shop there. He said, oh, he's the head thingy in Geordie Shaw. I don't watch it. Only a little kid with curly hair. Good looking kid, only young, about 22, 23-year-old, 24, about 5'7". Yeah, and Jamie, I do know people's height and I do know the weights by just looking at them because I've been doing my training since I was fucking 13. It's like somebody going into a building going, that's probably like Teddy Dick Owen then because he's been a roofer. He's like, probably cost you about 500 quid for that there. Or somebody look at a car going, that bang there, probably get a wing out like a scrapyard, 50 quid, 30 quid for that, and 40 quid for the paint. So I do know what the human body, it's just like looking at a job. Right, you need 2 doors, they're 100 quid each. You need handles, you need a letterbox cover, blah, blah, blah. You need such screws and that. So that's what the joiner will come and give you a quote. So somebody comes to me and say, what do you think? I'll say, well, you're about 12 stone. I can get you to this and get you to that, get you this. Your arms can get bigger, this, that, and that. I can just look at somebody and make them into what I can see in my head. I can see the vision. I can see him and think, he's got really good shoulders, he's got really good legs, he's got weak calves, he's got a weak neck. So I can just look up and train. So I was 30 and I'm fucking nearly 60. So I think I do know my fucking job. Divvy. And he's trying to put me down, but I said, does he know everyone's weight? He said, yeah, I know your weight is. You look about 17 stone of pure shit. 17 stone of pure shit. Nothing on you, not nothing on you, but pure fat. Subcutaneous fat, it's called, which is all that jelly fat, like that jelly fat's that dead soft one right at the very bottom of your belly, which you can't get off. You've got that all over here. They're like that sticking out your things. They're like that sticking out. You're bigger than your wife's. And you're calling people names, slagging people. Dave Calladardale, that looks like Liverpool United. Is that Leeds United Football Club or Liverpool? No, Leeds United Football Club. Brian, you're awesome. Thank you very much, David. God bless you. I've struggled with your name there. Calladardale. Fucking hell. I'm grateful for you and your reply. Yeah, hey, mate. Listen, anytime if you need me, just text me. I'm there for you. You know that, Dave. And yeah, nice to be nice to each other as well. You can see it's Shea Thomas. That's a nice name. More podcasts with Sean or with anyone else coming up. I'm not sure at the moment. With this side hurt me. Obviously, it's 2 hours to Sean in the car, and then you've got to go all the fucking steps. It's like I'm walking around and round the fucking top. Yeah. Yeah, I've already spoke to him. Yeah, I spoke to him the other day, sent him a message. He's a nice kid. Yeah, I went through the same. Some of my brother hanged himself. It's fucking horrific. But what you got to do, you can't blame yourself. I mean, we all do that. If I'd have done this and if I'd have done that, and he would have said this. If I'd have went from like I usually on a Monday, I'd still be here. Or if I'd have went there and I missed that train, you can go on forever. That's like infinity. It's like counting numbers. You can count forever. You can't blame yourself if somebody takes their life or somebody dies because you were late or you had a puncture. If I never got that puncture, well, if I'd have been born 3 minutes earlier, you can go on all the way back to when you were before you were born. Or if my met my dad 2 years before me, you can go on forever. So you can't fix something that's happened, and you can't blame yourself for something. But I've done it myself. I went with my brother that day, and if I picked him up, he'd still be here. And you can't. It's just it's part of grieving. It's called raw grief, and it's the worst grief you can have. But the last thing they want you to do, like my brother, how skinny would say, "Come on, Brian, you're the king man. You're the fucking best. There's nobody better than you. Come on, you're the fucking." He used to say this. No one can even lace my fucking brother's boots. Not even have a fight with him. You couldn't even lace his boots. That was all Skinny's favourite saying. My brother Peter, he was like 16 stone, 5'5", 5'7", I think he was. Good fitness on the bag and stuff. Really good. But yeah, he's tortured my brother from the grave, saying Brian used to watch his brother get raped and he used to toss himself off watching his own brother. Fucking disgusting vermin bastard you are. You are vermin, you cunt. One day you're going to get what's coming to you. And I just hope fucking I'm around. I fucking hear about it. I'll see it. I hope I just live to see you go through what you put other people through. You fucking rat. You are a fucking rat. There's no other word for you. a dog show OG at the dog show G. His dogs win all kinds. Who's this he on about now? Let's have a look. I got lost. To if you would like to something, I can't see it. He's at the dog show. Yeah, there's that Ray Morton been on today. Was on Sean's with a lead Duffy Merlin. Let's get this right, Mr. fucking big time police officer. You're a fucking rat, you. You're a rat, you. You're a disgrace to the police force. You, Roy Morton, you took that job, right? And you do that, and you signed the fucking whatever it was you signed. I don't know if it's a secrecy act or whatever you signed. The same thing what solicitors signed, same thing what barristers signed, same thing what school teachers signed, same thing what fucking lawyers sign, same thing what judges sign. It's the same thing. You all sign it, and you're not allowed to divulge information from a hospital. You're not allowed to divulge information from a police station unless you have permission off the place or off the persons or the people. You've got on that show told that scruffy little fat cunt, that tramp of a fucking scumbag, Mr. Brown. You've told him that little bit like that, and he's fucking made the rest up and destroyed the Duffy family with the lies you've made. The Duffy family have tried to get information about their fucking the granddad, the mother, the sons. They've all tried to get information. Why the fuck does this keep going off? What's going on? And they've tried to get information. You've got in there and blabbed your fucking mouth off. Be the police officer. Yeah, you had your due diligence. We phoned the Home Office and spoke to them. You broke protocol. What you've done. You're not allowed. Anna spoke to Stockton Police. They asked them to. They said, "What do we need? What's he done?" She went, "I never liked him in the first place. Never ever liked him. I know exactly what he was, and I know what you fucking were." So you've divulged information under the Secrecy Act. I don't know what it's called. For somebody out there who works, it's like when you work at a munition factory or you work for the government and you have an MI5 and things like that. You sign not the official Secrecy Act. It's close to that. It's like a declaration, your signature, not to divulge. Like a mortician can't do it. Like a hospital can't do it. Like a doctor can't do it. You've got on there being Billy Big Balls, think you're fucking clever. Lee Duffy wasn't murdered. It was a murder inquiry you were investigating. And the lad who killed Lee Duffy, it was a street fight went wrong. A murder, you should know better than me this. Obviously, being a police officer. Ben police officer, by the way. You corrupt cunt. If you want to have a war with me, I'll give you a fucking war. Any day you want, you daft cunt. You fucking scumbag, because I'll bring you down your knees, you cunt. And your other fucking scumbag coppers are all bent with you. I'll put in all the stories from all the stuff from Tim Devlin and all the newspaper recording. I'll put a lot of it all over America and everywhere. I'll put the fucking lot out against you. Do you want to play little games with me, do you daft little cunt? So you fucking went and blabbed your mouth off to that freak, a fucking freak. So what is he doing with you? Is he you and him, you know what I'm on about? Are you and him fucking seeing each other? Is that what's going on? Is that why he's getting off with everything? Is that why you're getting away from everything? Is that why he keeps getting off? Duke Valentine, did you take the vaccine? No, I didn't take no vaccine. So he's gone on the show and Sean Watson and blabbed his mouth about all this shit. Now the Duffy family asked for the information, they can't get it. They're not allowed to have it for 30 odd years, it said. But he's come on, gobshite, and told the little freak, Mr. Brown, you know what he is. What you were and your best fucking mate, the other one's done one. He was the drug squad and you were in the murder squad. So you telling me a detective sergeant in the murder squad and the chief, I think he was a detective inspector, the other one, if I'm right. One was an inspector and one was a detective sergeant. One in the murder squad for the Cleveland Police and one in the drug squad. So you now have arrested me, Cleveland Police, with police officers who were in bed, not physically in bed, but in bed with stories. So they've written 2 books, Cleveland Police, on themselves about stories in the past. And you've had me arrested because of a scumbag called, you know what I'm on about, the little fucking Mr. Brown. You've had me arrested for that fucking scumbag and told me not to say certain words and not to say things on here. But you've had me arrested. So when I go to court, I hope to fuck I get charged. If not, I'm going to take you to court anyway. I'm going to take you, Cleveland Police, to court. Don't we fucking worry about that. And that's why you fucking won't drop the charges. You keep holding on to them because you're shiting yourselves. Because we've had councillors, we've had people from the parliaments, we've had MPs on the phone. Emma's talked to an MP from this area. And they all know what you've done, Cleveland Police is a disgrace. All you had to do is check his name, check what he's done in his life, check what he's been up to, ask a few people. You've got the power to do that because you're the police. You've jumped into bed with this little scumbag. You've given power because that's what you've done. Like Marie Howard, he's having women, people with cancer, men with cancer, old people with cancer, fucking old men who were dying like Marty Chair, torturing them because he's got used a weapon behind you. I'll get the police on you, and use a phone up and threatening people. Another one was doing for North Yorkshire, another copper, another detective sergeant down there. He had fucking phoning people up and threatening people. So you're working with him. So how's this going to go on? So that's called what we call in when you go to law, it's called a conflict of interest. So how can Mr. Brown, the fake author, take me to court when he's got Cleveland Police in his pocket? You're in his house eating meals. You're out down the town drinking with him. You're all over pictures. You're on a fucking gangster. You're supposed to be a policeman. You're on a gangster show talking about gangsters and how Lee Duffy was murdered and killed and wasn't murdered. He was stabbed in an incident in a street. What went wrong? It was a fight. A murder is when somebody goes out premeditated with a knife and I'm going to fucking shoot him or I'm going to stab him with a knife. Say if he's got a knife, I'm going to stab him or I'm going to chop him up with an axe or I'm going to burn his house down. That's premeditated. You go and do it. That's murder. When somebody throws a knife down to someone and the person's getting beat in a fight and the person who's been getting beat full of drugs and drink themselves and the person who's fighting them full of drugs and drink and the lad who picks a knife up and stabs him in fear and kills him, that's not murder. That's why the lad got off. He got not guilty at court. You took him to court. He got a not guilty. So he got a not guilty. So it wasn't a murder trial. It wasn't a fucking murder. It wasn't a murder. It was a death by a fight in the street that went wrong. A street fight that went wrong. It was not. If he was found for murder, he'd have been doing jail. He never did it. He was on remand, but he never did it in jail. So therefore, he's innocent. The lad. But why do you keep dragging that lad up all the time? Torturing that fucking family and torturing the Duffy family, Cleveland Police, for a piece of shit called Jamie fucking you-know-who-what, piece of dog shit. Letting that scumbag try and write books on people, but by you coming on and standing there for him, and we in the police, we with Jamie, we will help you anytime we want. He thinks he's fireproof now. That's why he's firebombed my fucking house. That's why he's fucking killed me, my dog in my bedroom, petrol bombed the fucking house. That's why he's doing all these things, Mr. Brown, because he's got you scumbags behind him. And you can't get out now because you're involved with him because you've done the books. And this is why you're fucked. You're in a catch-22. You're fucked because whatever he's got on you, he'll have dictaphoned you, recorded you, whether you've been on whatever sniffing stuff with him or whatever you're fucking doing. He'll have you caught on video or on tape record because that's what he does. You're fucking thick as fucking shit. How's this going to go to court in front of a judge and jury? Wait a minute. Could I just say, Cleveland Police, these coppers have tried to arrest me in the past, these coppers, the murder squad and the drugs, have tried to convict me of murders and shooting and kidnappings and drugs and everything. I'm not guilty on them. So how can I get a fair trial with cops who've tried to put me away in the past, who've had a vendetta against me for years? As you can tell, they've got the vendetta. That's why they would even the 999 called before. And my wife is an innocent woman, allowed to phone the police. He phoned the police while she was in this house on the road. I wasn't here. My brother was in there. With that frightened, he had to walk the fucking streets because he said he was coming through the back door. Gary fucking smasher, the same as the ones what we're getting today. Going to come through your house, going to smash your house up, going to put your windows through. All that shit's coming back again. And all you usually do is sitting there. I think you're fucking clever. So someone's going to have to die before somebody gets fucking. Someone's going to have to really get died and you got fucking. I could have been burnt alive in an house. The fire brigade said if that fire bomb hit that gas bottle in there, that gas boiler would have went up. The car on the front would have went up. Next door, doors, 2 cars would have went up, and the gas boiler next door. The whole of this block would have been flattened. He said that was off the top fireman. Why are you not doing your job? This has been going for 3 years. The Cleveland Fire Brigade said, and you never even give us any protection. Nothing to my wife while I was in the fucking cells all night. 16, 17, 18 hours in the cells I was with no medication, right? With fuck all. And you never even once fucking, I even had to stand outside for an hour to get a taxi home. That's how good you are. And I was down on your computer as a vulnerable person. How are you going to get out of that one? Hey, as Bull would say, how are you going to get out of that one? How are you going to get out of that one and arresting a man and making them walk the plank on fucking 2 bits of wood and piece of plastic which could be seen on my camera from outside? You can hear them telling me to walk the fucking plank like fucking Johnny Depp. We're not fucking there 400 years ago, no. Walk the plank. The only thing he never done is stab me in the back with a sword. Walk the plank. Fucking ridiculous. So you imagine a jury of 12 peers, 6 men and 6 women, just like a normal shopkeeper woman, a baker, a candlestick maker, a fucking whatever, fucking somebody works in Tesco's. What do you mean? Cleveland Police are working with him and he's threatened to fire his house down. It's not going to work. It's not going to wash. And people aren't so gullible now. He's got away with it in the 70s and 80s and 90s, Cleveland Police. But no one believes us no more now because you've been caught that many times. There's that many chief inspectors been fired. Barry, the fucking other one, he got caught doing what he was doing down London. He got kicked out. Then the other one, the commissioner of police, the fucking got caught. The commissioner of the police got caught driving a car. He said it wasn't me driving, it was my wife. So it went on for months. You know yourself, it can take 6 months for them tag things come back from DVLA. 6 months later, come back from DVLA. He's in the car, driving it like that, caught bank driving, and he got 6 years. Then another one got caught from Primrose Hill, Cleveland Police, raping young girls for years, all over Teesside, raping them from Hartlepool, from Stockton, from Middlesbrough. I mean, he got 30 fucking years, never get out. 30 years he got. You're fucking bent as fuck. You've always been bent. You were given confessions. You were giving drugs to people, because Tim Devlin will back me up 100%. You were going in Cleveland Police. You would put them in the cells for 6 hours, and you were saying, right, when they were clucking and shaking after 6 hours, you went in. I won't even mention your two mates. MT, there's one of them from Stockton, drug squad, and the one who pinched the Conway boy, let's get his name, the one who used to be in the Navy, Hey, I don't think I know fucking stuff. Of course I fucking know. So use Cleveland Police, covered it all up. So what you were doing, you were with a lad called Mick Richards, you were giving him the drugs. He was cutting them up, selling them. There was 3 years getting money off him. And I know the 3 names of you. I know exactly what money you were getting. I know what gear he was selling for you. I know where you hid him in fucking Bishop on the farm. You hid him out the way when the operation Lancet was on. I've got nothing to lose. I'll just come out with a fucking lot. I don't give a fuck. I'm going to jail for it. For as long as I bring you cunts down, I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered. I don't give a fuck. You corrupt bastard. That's what you are. You've always been corrupt. You were going in the cells. You were getting kids in. Your mate, Ray Mallam, he got kicked out for all the corruption. He got booted out. 4 years. It wasn't me. 4.5 fucking million pounds with the taxpayers' money. Oh, yeah, it was me. It was me. I was guilty. Got found guilty. So he was found guilty. I think it was 12 different misconduct. 12 times misconduct. Wait a minute. I thought I've been done for dangerous driving. I'll go for fucking mayor. And they shit themselves when they come for mayor. They were doing anything to try and stop me, because even coppers were coming up to me, like not normal cops, going, I'm going to vote for you. I don't want him in. I don't want Mallam in. I don't want him in. That's what they were saying. I don't want him in. I'll vote for you. And I had he's called Michael, this bloke. He was not the chief of police. He was the second in command. He phoned me. Emma will tell you. He phoned me about a year ago. He said, maybe a year and a half, maybe a little bit longer, about 2 years ago. He phoned me. He said, why don't you run for chief of police? I went, fuck off, you daft. He said, no, it's not to do with the police now. It's civil now. So all the people are going to vote for you because they know you can clean the streets up a lot better than these. You're not corrupt like them. You might have been the tax man. You might have done that, but that's then. Totally different. He said, why don't I'll guarantee you, this is on my fucking brother's grave, I'm telling you now, multi-millionaire, this bloke. He said, I'll put all the campaign money up and everything, and I'll guarantee you win it. I'll guarantee you Teesside, you win it. You win it by a landslide. It's because no one has any faith whatsoever. You speak the truth about the police. They don't like it. So when people phone the police in Teesside, they don't turn up. I'd make sure that happened. I'd make sure they fucking turn up. And when some young girl comes in who's a prostitute and said she's been raped, I'd make sure 100% every single particular is taken down and looked into 100%. Not left like you did for that rapist to rape all them young girls for years and years. Fucking policemen going around raping young girls. I think it went on for about fucking 10 years or something. For 25 fucking years he got in jail for it. Dirty bastard. And you knew all you knew. And then you had the other one. I can't remember his name now. He lived at North Allerton. He got caught 8 times. Misconduct, lying to the public, telling lies to the public about certain things that happened that never happened. He got kicked out. They charged him as well. Then you got the other one. There's another one got done. Another fucking top one. So Mallam got kicked out. He got kicked out. And I think it's 4 or 5 and chief inspectors been kicked out in the last fucking 20 years or something, 30 years. So when Tim Devlin would give his piece out in the newspaper, he was the Stockton South MP. He said all Cleveland police are they're tantamizing to be drug dealers, giving drugs to people who are addicts for confessions for crimes what they haven't even done. Now I'll elaborate a little bit more. So they're in the cells. They've been arrested for, say, twat of a car or breaking in a house. They've gone in there. I know exactly what you've done. I know when you took Mick Richards out. I know where you took him. I know what pub he went to. I know what drink you give him. I know what drugs you give him. I know even the woman you got the drugs off. I'd right, don't I? You know Kelly, don't you? Kelly. I would say a second name. Yeah, you fucking know. She fucking give you the drugs and the heroin. What you two coppers give to this Mick Richards was in tin foil. It was wrapped in. She's the only person. Everyone else did it different. She did hers where you wrapped it like that. It was in tin foil. He went in the cells. He was in for whatever he was in for. And he was in there, and the desk sergeant, you come in, you two cops, not you two, what the books have written. You know what I'm talking about. I've just said your names. You went in and you took him out of the police station. He was stone cold sober. No drugs on him, no drugs in his system, nothing. He went out, come back 4 hours later, mortal drunk. I mean, the desk sergeant searched him right in his top pocket, found 2 wraps of heroin in his pocket. And that's when the Operation Lancet came in. The desk sergeant and one of the desk sergeants, also one of you coppers, which I won't say, which I know I'm telling the truth, pinched the combi boiler out of the lost property and stole it and took it to your own house and put it in your own house. That's how low life country you are. And that's how it all started. So a combi boiler being stolen out of the lost property, and the desk sergeant said, where's that gone to you? The only one being in here. And he got nicked for it. He got done for it. He got charged for it. So you are bent, dirty, low-life cunts, corrupt as fuck, and you're having me on this fucking hanging on a fucking leash with a shit, with that daft little cunt, little smack rat. You know exactly what he is. You know exactly. You think, oh, bring him down. How are you going to bring me down when I know all this information on you? How are you going to bring me down when you've done 2 books on a smackhead, right? A compulsive drug addict who's been in jail for burglaries and robbing people's houses. So how is he going to be an admiral witness in court when he's constantly on heroin every day of the week? He's constantly on Subutex every day of the week. And how many times have you moved him? And how many times have you given him protection? What has he fucking got over on you? Because every time he phones, you're sending the guard. You're sending the guard. You've got the English police contacting the guard in the island, sending Irish Bull's house. What has he got over on you? I want to know what he's got over on you, Cleveland Police, because you're getting away with this. He's getting away with this because of you. You're his fucking shield. I'll get the police on you. I'll get the police. So Tim Devlin said, what they were, they were just people were getting caught with say one thing, and they were saying, right, you've been in clucking like fucking themselves for the heroin. They're going, look, there's a way out of this for us. There's a way out of this, and this is what the robot wanted, anything to get them. But he turned on and said, stood there with his red braces on, doing all that, he's fucking rock on Tommy, stood with fucking MP fucking Tony Blair. I'm going to bring the crime rate down by 20. I'm going to be, because he brought a cop from America, New York, no tolerance, RoboCop shit. It was nothing ever like that. It was just a big spin against it. Was the war was, or weapons of mass destruction. It was never any weapons of mass destruction. That was all fucking spin bullshit cack. That's the thing they did. The spin one that we used to call it spin doctors. So this was all made up. So what they've done is they've got the kids in the cells and said, right, you're looking at 2-year jail for these 2 burglaries. If you admit to 10 burglaries, I can't do it. I'll get 20 years or something. Oh no, let me finish. If you admit to 10 of these, the 2 you've done now, admit to these other, I know we haven't done these other 8, but if you admit to them, we'll give you 2 grams of heroin, whatever they were giving them, and you'll be out these cells in the next 20 minutes. That'd be like saying to a donkey, yeah, I'll give you them strawberries there. No, it'd be like going in the fucking, putting a donkey in a field full of strawberries and saying, don't eat them strawberries. Come back the next day, every fucking strawberry will be out. That's what it's like for a fucking heroin addict. They're desperate for it. They're letting people have sex with them. Like, that's what you do. I'm just realising what you've been doing now. Not you, Cleveland Police. I think that's what he's doing for sex. Drugs for sex. I wouldn't put it past him. Man, you would pay him. Who the fuck would pay that? Fucking hell. So you were going in. You and Nana. Nana's a lovely lady. Yeah, lovely Natty Wilson. Absolutely lovely man. He's Nana. Lovely lady. So I'm trying to help people out here, and you're putting people in jail, and then you say, right, you sign that and say you've done 10 burglaries. We'll TIC them. So TIC, taken into consideration, which means you're getting off. So, but if there's a 500 burglaries on there, and the police wipe out 500 burglaries, and there they go, oh, fucking Robo, blah, blah, he's fucking, the no tolerance, brilliant, he's fucking class, he's the man, look what he's done for Cleveland, look what he's done for all the, don't get me wrong, When he was the mayor, he was a really good mayor. He was a good mayor. I'm not going to lie about that. He did good for Middlesbrough. He did really good for Middlesbrough. He was a cop. He was bent. Obviously bent. Good bent. No doubt about it. But when he was a mayor, he did good for the area. He did really good. But as a cop, he brought that crime rate down. Well done. But you did it unfair. You got children, young kids in there, whatever age they were, and you give them. This is me reading off Tim Devlin's report. All Cleveland police were drug addicts. Get this, 12. There was 12 of them, and out of 12, there was 7 or either 7 or 2, I can't remember if it was 7 or 12 of them were in the rehab for drug addiction. They were that bad. That's how bad they were on it. They had to put them in, and I know exactly which one was to sniff of the coke. I know which one. Remember the one in the temple sniffed and fell, and he busted his fucking nose on the rail and broke his fucking nose living in there, sniffing coke in there. I remember the ones in the steam packet and going in, the cops. I remember them all. I remember them going to raves off the fucking heads on drugs. I remember the lads who were buying it off outside the fucking Spencer's every night. But he turned on and said, Tim Devlin, Stockton South MP and ex-barrister, Cleveland police are just what was it? He said, Cleveland police were tantamizing to be drug dealers, drug addicts. It was just a prolific world of drugs and corruption. And that's what they did for years. And they kick fuck out of people themselves, batter them and all sorts if they didn't confess to them. And that's what you've done. You've done that for ages. But you hid that Mick Richards on a farm. Because MI5 came involved in everything. MI5 was involved with John McPartland when he got caught, when he died. He died in jail, John. Allegedly died. No, I think he was fucking murdered in jail. Murdered because he knew that much on Cleveland police. He knew that fucking much. There's that many bent cops involved with the house what he had, which is all what Kevin can come on and tell you about. Kevin Kilty knows everything about them with Maureen, his sister. They robbed them that fucking house because that was him and his wife's house, and Cleveland police stole that money off them. You bent, dirty bastards. And I know exactly which cop has got the money and what percentage he's got. Terrible what you've done. Terrible what you've done. But life's life. I've had bad things in the past, but what you need to do is you need to sit up there and address yourself and think, what are we doing with this fucking scumbag who's torturing women, threatening? How would you like if it was one of your police officers' wives? How would you like if it was a police officer's fucking... I've got police officers next door to me on the other side. They've been threatened. They've been fucking threatened for this piece of shit. They could have had their lives taken through them if that fucking firebomb went off. If that fire went up in there next door, all the houses would have been burnt to the ground. This side, the fireman asked the fire brigade. Then the next day, no police come. So I went to phone them up because he said he's coming to rape her. I'm going to come in the back door, which is the patio, smash the door and come in there and rape you in the house. So she thought, well, I can't go in the house because if they come that way, nobody's going to see us. And somebody said, well, nobody in the right mind would do that. Well, she wasn't in the right mind, you fucking moron. The house was on fucking fire. The house had been petrol bombed. The house had been fire bombed. There's another thing my mate, Kevin's brother, ex-SES, he said Cleveland police have now covered up an arson attack, and Cleveland police have covered up a firebomb attack, which under the 1818 Act is malicious use of gunpowder or malicious use of a bomb, a homemade bomb. They made a homemade bomb and threw it in my car and blew my fucking car up. And Cleveland police didn't even come out to see if the detonator was still could go off or not. They didn't even fucking come out. But there was another car 6 miles away. House or car was firebombed. 2 armed response vehicles were there in seconds. It was all the paper. It was all there that same night, and you seen the camera people out with a camera, and it was firebombed. The police come, put it on the back of a fucking wagon, put tarpaulin on the back of it, took it away and took it to forensic, which is Weatherby. But when Mr. Doyle gets pulled in, they phone him up and say, can you come in there, Jamie? We want to see you about something. He goes in and says, right, you're under arrest for a suspicion of attacks on Cockerill's house or whatever, right? Goes in there, goes to him, they gets his phone, right? They grabs his phone. They're going through his phone to check his phone to see if he's done it. This is 19 days after the incident. That's not protocol. Protocol is you get the phone took off, you go to the desk sergeant then seals it and gives it to forensic. Then forensic take it to Weatherby and they check it out and they put it on the machine. They'll put like Cockerill, firebomb, shooting, murder. They'll put all like they've done with my devices. They've had my devices now over 5 months. and I've got nothing on them. You found nothing is out there. You're keeping me on this fucking investigation because I have now won. I have won by the fucking police commissioner, not commissioner, the OPC or the complaints police. They've turned around and said it's absolutely disgusting. We also phoned the one in North Hemlington. It's disgusting. And then they said that the police there, she worked for the police, went, Emma, Brian, can you tell Brian? They've just texted everyone. Hundreds of phone calls were going there saying, why are he's not getting arrested? So they had him in all of about 40 minutes and let him go. I was put in the cells for saying the word tinfoil for 16, 17 hours. And I had to wait an hour to interview and then went out. So I was in there, but 18 hours, paralysed, could hardly walk, no medication given, down there because I've already been in the police station and complained about not complained. I went in because he said I threatened him. So when I went in, it was cop went, there's nothing here. There's only 4 things. It's just shit. So they let us go. He put in, you're getting arrested. You're getting going to the police station. They're coming for you tomorrow. A full squad's coming out. So they're going to arrest you. So she was panicking, thinking, well, what if they come? Trying to be fucking clever because, you know, they wouldn't have dared do it 10 years ago. They wouldn't have dared come in. They wouldn't dare come in the fucking door of mine, fucking knock on them. Wouldn't dare. So she said, they might think they're clever now because you're virtually paralysed. So I said, okay, and I come to there. She's waiting. So my sister and them, they got me out the living room. So I was in the hospital beds in there. When it goes up and down and everything. This is me supposed to be pretending to be bad. They got me out of there, put me in a wheelchair, pushed me out the door. It was raining. You've seen the videos. Gets to the police station. Don't get me wrong, the Stockton police were lovely. And I said to the lady, she said, "All right, Brian, what's the matter? What about your shoes?" I went, "Oh, my legs are bad." And I'm sorry. I showed them my neck. Oh, that looks nasty. What's happened? I said, "Well, I've told the situation." I said, "He's saying that I'm getting arrested. So there's a full investigation to the Crown Prosecution Service." You know, it's bullshit because it has to go to the police, then it goes to the Crown Prosecution. My wife's worried in case the police come manhandle me and I fall down the stairs and end up being paralysed for good. She said, "Oh, you've done the best thing, come in." She said, "Sit down." She said, "Come in here." I would sit down. And she was lovely. She's a big, tall, blonde, shared lady, about 50. No, I'll say 30 because she'll go mad if I say that. But yeah, she was lovely to me. And she went, "I'll just have a look on the computer." She said, "There's not one single thing of evidence, not one single thing on the computer that is a warrant out for your arrest," because he said it was warrant out. So there's dual arm of distress again. You know, he keeps getting away with it. So we went in, he said nothing. I went, "No, nothing." So he did it again. So this time the phone said, "Can you come in?" He's made another statement. Not again. So I went in again, but I got in again. I sat down. There was a lad. He was from Leeds. He said, "Well, I've just done this course. I've only just done this 3-month course on." I said, "It's under 1997 Act." "Yeah, that's right." I said, "Section 2A1. Section 1A4 is it, and Section 2A4, something like that." He said, "Yeah, that's a malicious communication. I know what malicious means, and I know what malicious is when it's a lie, you know, you make it up about someone, or it's like when I've been saying these things about him, they're all true. And he's getting my YouTube channel get taken down, but I'm telling the truth. I'm telling the truth about him. But obviously, he knows exactly what to do. Fatty Yates, his wife, fucking pie eater. She knows she's in there, sitting advice with all the little fucking sitting advice friends. But the sitting advice bureau, if they could see the videos where he's done to me, called me a spacker and a retard and laughing at me, and they'd have kids and they'd see that, they'd think, "You are fucking vile, you are vile." So yous have all seen the videos of him calling me names. Yous all know that. But he keeps getting off because he's so sneaky with his fat fucking wife. Fatty Yates fucking pie eating shop. She's getting in there because he's in with the police. They're in with the police. So you haven't got a chance, have you? Fucking virtually paralysed. Can hardly get out of the house. And I'm still fighting you cunts. But you, Cleveland police, whether you like me or not, I'm asking you to do the right thing. If you want to arrest me and charge me and arrest me. Leave Maria House alone. Steve Mack and Steve Shannon and all the other fucking people have done nothing. All they've ever done is stick up for me. And people like Marty Turner, he's in his grave now through this fucker. If you want to arrest me and charge me, take me to court. But leave every fucker else alone who's done nothing. All they've done is stick up for me. You've got on the rest of these people for fuck all. You're a disgrace. Do your fucking job and do it right. Do it to due diligence. Don't do it for... You've done them book for glory. You sat there, "I'll be friends with them, proud of me." No, I've seen coppers who I know retired, and they've went, "That was a disgrace." What about him doing that book about Lee Duffy? I thought he said, you think he'd know better, being a high-ranking police officer. This officer was only a sergeant in this cop, and he arrested me a few times. A little bit thrown about with him and all that shit. And he got me fucking autograph of me and a picture of me stood with a cop. He's not a cop now, but he was 30 odd years ago. He said, "Are we all right?" Of course we're all right. Fucking hell, it's water under the bridge. He was just laughing. It was in Asda. He went right round twice. He came back home. He went, "Don't remember me, do you?" I went, "No." I said, "Don't, mate." He went, "I used to be a policeman." He said, "I first got my very first job when you lived in Roseworth." And he said, "I first joined." He said, "No, at the force then." He said, "The first thing what they've done to me, the bastards." He said, "They said, right, what you've got to do to be a policeman in this job, you've got to, what we do first, you've got to make sure you've got the balls to do it and make sure you've got the, the quality of the strength of your mind and that." He said, "So I'm going to know you've got the balls to do it. So you've got to arrest Brian Cockerill." I went, "Brian Cockerill?" He said, "Yeah, you've got to go on your own, knock on his door, arrest him for this allegation, blah, blah, blah." And anyway, they had him go for about a week, he said, when they got me towards the door, we're only joking, get back in the car. But he had the bottle of company door, bless him. He was only little, about 9 stone, about fucking 5. Yeah, he was 9 stone, about 5'10". And he said, "Can I get a picture?" "Of course you can, fucking hell. You're only doing your job." I don't mind any police officers doing the job, but when they're fucking bent, I hate bent coppers. I can't stand bent coppers. I don't mind when they try to get me bent and work with them. Like, fuck off. "Yeah, but with a bit of help." "I don't need help off you. I don't need to snitch to you, daft cunts. I'm too clever for you. Far too clever. And that's why you never got me. I never worked with you. I never would. I never have and never will. If I was shot here, dying on the floor with my last breath, I still wouldn't grasp the person who killed me. Wouldn't do it. It's not me. But when it comes to children, as you know, I have fucking come in. And I have come in when it's been all people's houses robbed. And I've said, "Leave it with me. I'll get the stuff back." They went, "No, you need to tell us." "No, I don't tell you fuck all. Go to this garage tomorrow, blah, 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 and the stuff will be there." The cops went, "Can you give us a clue?" I said, "You've got all the stuff back." He said, "Oh, well, the only thing," he said, one of the records was a record you never got back." Fucking cheeky bastard. "Oh, this bloke, about 60-odd-year-old and his wife was 60-odd, and they got robbed." So it was a little bungalow. They went in and took all the stuff out. So I got it all back with a van and put it in this garage near this area, in Thornaby, and give them all back. Never asked for a penny. Got it all back for me. "Why, the only thing you never got me records. Didn't get me record." Cheeky bastard. Some people are, like thousands of pounds of the stuff I got back, fucking tellies and like fucking DVDs and players and all that stuff. And I was one the old-fashioned records. Couldn't get that. Fucking, I probably dropped it, broke it or something. So yeah, so I like to help people, but the thing is, Cleveland Police, if you want to arrest me, I say, fucking arrest me. Stop fucking about with your stupid little games. It doesn't work with me. I don't sit at the window going, "Ooh, the police are coming." I'm not bothered. You can come fucking 500 if you want. Still won't bother me one. I'm fucking Spartacus, and you know that. You fucking idiots. So these fucking shite you keep piggy eyes, more pies. Yeah, she never stops fucking eating, and that's the truth on Emma's life. Like that, crumbling it. Like that, fucking that noise. And then doing that crumbling, and the bag's crackling, and do me head, rattling like that. Like rattling the bag every 2 seconds. And then she's going like that, a big fucking 1.5 litre bottle of pop, lid off. And I'm trying to do on the dictaphone talk and concentrate about things from years ago. What's that? The biz tests okay, as it means I'm 5'7" taller. At least one person. Subra guy. You all right, Subra guy? Subra. Fast them. They used to be fast. They used to be good cars. Fucking fortune now, them. No, not as fucking dealers of Cosworth. Fucking hell. I had 6 Cosworths over the years. One was a Q red, I took off a lad. One was a magenta red one. One was a white one, an F red. J red, sorry. 92 plate. Brand new that. Doing about 6 months old. And then I got another white one. And I got another one, a Moonstone blue. I didn't like that colour, but I got it. And I got one. I got my very first one of Terry Pierce on Portrack Lane. Yeah, Terry Pierce, lovely lad, car dealer, absolute lovely man, beautiful man, nice, lovely man, not a fighter. And he said, "Brian Cockerill," he said, £6,750 for the car. And I went, "Okay." And he said, he was telling me the end of the story because he sat in my living room, come round because he got the books, and I did the taxman book. And he went, "Well, the book's marvellous and all that." He said, my good friend Brian Jeffries, tell Brian I was asking about him. So he said, I was sat there and he said to Remy, he said, "He's going to tax me, he's going to tax me, I'm going for taxing, obviously, because he was a normal lad and he worked hard for a living and he wasn't a drug dealer. Never entered my mind. So He said, so we'll count the money out. And he counted it all out. And he said, do you want a coffee? And he said, I put £1 in, got him a coffee, and I got one. It was like 50 pence each. Got a coffee. I said, give us a chocolate. Put that in. The young kid come in, put £1 in the thing, got a chocolate. We sat there drinking it. And he went, I'm counting them up to 15 grand. I'm up to 5 grand. You think 6 grand? So he said, oh, I'll knock you 250 off. I think I got it for 6,500. Oh, brilliant, over the moon. So he said, all right. And he said, as soon as he give him the keys, I'll take him. Fuck, I was just going to take the car now, take the money off me. So he said, do you want another coffee? I went, go on then. He sat there for about an hour and a half talking to me. He said, what a fucking lovely lad he is. He said, all this thing and all this hype about him knocking people out and beating every cunt and batting people, biting people's nose off and pull their eyes out. He's just fucking the nicest lad I've ever met. He said, what a lovely man. And even to this day, he says it to everyone. He says, he could have just took her off me in 2 seconds. £6,750, a lot of money now, but you talk back in the 90s, 91, 92, 93, fucking hell of a lot of money. What? Because he was just a normal businessman, I wouldn't take it. But that stupid little fat, greasy cunt, Mr. fucking Brown, Brad was a bully. He bullied everyone. He went into, he taxed young kids. He beat the kids up in front of the dad. Never, ever in my life, never been charged for beating women up. Never been charged for beating old men up. I've never been done apart from driving offences. I've been charged. I've been arrested like I am now. I've never been done for anything like that. It's just that horrible. But his shareboard just eat on special speed. Yeah, just on special speed down. Yeah. Wait a minute. There's a man outside. Wait a minute. His dog's just had a poo on the floor, officer. It's like you, tinfoil. Yes, it's me. Okay, we're coming. We're on our way now. 3 minutes. We're there for it. How much will I get for this? Blue gyro. How much? 58 quid, Charlie. 58 quid for a dog shit. Get 58 quid. Can you give us 60? Because I need three strips. 3 strips of what? 3 strips of Dazzlepan. Oh, yeah, I'll give you an extra couple of quid. Fucking smack rat. Sitting with the fucking police on there like that, as if he's fucking Billy Big Balls, that little cunt. Letting everyone know he's a grass. How can you sit on there unless you work with the police? Snitch. Been a snitch for years. When I prove to you, everyone's going, nah, he's not a snitcher. But then when they all seen him on show and that with him, went, fucking hell, Cockerill's telling the truth. He sat there with them as if he's known them all his life. Well, he hasn't known them all his life. They're the ones who keep giving them safe houses. They're the ones who keep giving them fucking protection. They're the ones who keep tipping them off, who's after him and what's going to happen. But it's come to the end of the wall now. There's no more. They can't go any further now. The books are down. The shop's down. The Kindle's down. The Kindle, Amazon Kindle are investigating. The Inland Review's investigating him. The Dole will be investigating him. The fucking Trading Standards are investigating the little lady who's involved with the Kindle Amazon. She's been poorly for the last 2 weeks, but she's done loads of stuff and found loads of stuff. But Sean Atwood, sorry, Sean, as I said last night, you were paying them. You've been paying Brenton every 6 months the money. He's done it for over 2 years to them, and not fucking 1 penny have they offered off Boyle and Brenton, the so-called fucking grave robbers. That's what they are, grave robbers, doing books on people who are dead and known for a fact. There's no comebacks. If you think about it, I'm talking sense. Lee Duffy, Roy Shaw, Lee Duffy again, Roy Shaw, Marty Turner, who's passed away now. He knew he was Mick Sorby, who was really poorly. Was it Roy Shaw's documentary, tried to do that. I spoke to Tina Shaw. She's a lovely lady. I drink with her all the time. I stay at her house. So she went, I've never fucking heard of you in my life. I've never even seen you. She said, I wouldn't work with you. She said, look at the state of you staying at my house. She said, look at the state of you. She said, what's that? That's toilet paper, that. My dad was a legend. I wouldn't write a book with you. Fucking disrespecting my father. Come on, you got that took down, didn't you? I'll get Tina back on. She loves me in the bits, and them. Lovely lady, and the full family love us because we're fucking respectable, nice people. You were just a vile, horrible fucking Mr. Brown. And every day you wake up, the first thing you get in your head, apart from me, Cockerill's going to be on me again today. You keep saying Groundhog Day. It's not going to put me off by putting stupid comments up. I'll just keep going and going and going. I'm never ever going to let go. I'm on you like an Eli on the back of a fucking, like on a bull. That's me. You're not letting go of you. That's what you did to Marty Turner. You could have given that old man his money for his grandson. You didn't just rob an old man and bully his 2 sisters who were 83 and 84 year old. You also robbed a handicapped kid because that's what his son is. He's got cerebral palsy. all the profits of that book was going to that kid to help him get a car when he left school. And you robbed that old man and that kid. You fucking shit. Mike Terry says, you want to, what do you call it? He said, you want to bow your head in shame. Bow your head in shame, Terry said. And he's right. Kev Kilty, all the others have come on, said the same about you. So everyone at Teesside who are known as legends, like Terry and Kevin and all them other people, great people, they're all liars apart from you. Everyone's a liar apart from you. You're just a disgrace. You Adberg, Midnight Wilson's phone was playing up, mate. Yeah, you know what? Mouse has it's been playing up. Probably fucking MI5 bugging me. Yeah, everywhere he goes, he can't wait to grasp people. He's in the house talking, going, I want a bunch of them. Can I get a couple of them off you? And then he finds out what they're doing, then he'll record them and he'll sneaky put the dictaphone on and goes to the police and gives the police the fucking phone. He's fucking sick in the head. You can imagine doing that. In your head every day, think, if I grass him, I'll get a bit more here. If I tell him, I'll get another blue gyro. That's what you do. 143 on. How many guys don't push the like buttons tonight? Barry, share, but tell them. Barry, tell them. Get Glenn Monmouth. Hello, Glenn. I've seen you for a bit, son. What have I got fucking something wrong with you or something? I've got BO or something here, Glenn. Wind them up, Anna. Winding you up. Oh, remember the McLaren Williams. Does anyone remember the McLaren Williams? Yeah, McLaren. The driving car ones. Oh, you're going about the cars? McLaren and Williams racing cars, Formula One. Oh, you're into boxing. Positive vibes, sneaky there. You positive vibes. It's caught you. Great, all you. Don't forget, we need the 150 push like buttons. I've got 64. By tonight, it'll be 150. By tomorrow, it'll be 150 on. I know you won't let me down. Mirror cost me a few fortune. So, Cosy in my. Oh, I don't know about yeah. I tell you what was fast. I thought Bam Bam said to me, yours is the fastest car in the area because he had one, a white one. But mine was fucking, you know, you just get a one off. It did about 170, 175. It was fucking flying, this car. Same 360 brake, 300, what was it? 116 brake, I think that's standard now. It was 330, 333 is the most you can get it. You change the actuators, the boost gate was on. I had a variable boost where I could turn it up and down. I blew the fucking gearbox up down it. It's too powerful, about 24 psi. Blew the fucking gearbox went. Fucking nightmare. I had to get a new gearbox. So anyway, so I had a 330 brake horse. Yokohama tyres were like stuck the road like glue. Shite in the rain, but good in the dry. I had TSW wheels, what I got from America. They went for the Cosmic. They were fucking beautiful. I got them. Just need the eyes, ears, and nose plate. There's a garage there that sells tyres and wheels. 3 brothers. I've had great lads. I got the bucket seat things with the clasp on there. I had the strut across here bar inside where you know inside your car where your wheels are. Across there you have a strut, a bar, so when you're going fast it bounces when you're rallying. It stops it caving in. You've got a bar across there, bolted on each side there. And then you've got your brakes. Now, your brakes have to be carbon pads. Normal brakes set a light. When you do 170 mile an hour and you brake on your pads, all the smoke coming off them are a fucking nightmare. So I had to get these carbon pads, special discs, the brakes, the shockers were called. Don't tell me, fucking what they're called. Fucking, I can't remember the name of them. Shockers, the red ones. Red shockers, what were they called? Fucking hell. Like an Indian name it was called. Oh, do you know what? My fucking head's gone. I can't remember it. I had them on my head, you know, when I can come out with them. And I had... The only thing I didn't have was the cage. The only thing, so it was the Group N. No. So when I was going up, I had a Group N Crowley and I used to race it and ride it on the road. It was mainly to get away from the cops because they had the Senators that did 130. The Cosworths did like 165, 170. So I couldn't keep up with you, and not the 60 was fucking rapid. Really, oh, I nearly got them fucking shockers there. I forgot the name of them. Shockers, red shockers. What the fuck were they called? So it's that many things you got in the head. It's hard to remember them. Forgot the name of them shockers. Anyone know them shockers off the Cosworths? Red ones. Fucking forgot the name of them. They're red ones. Put them on really good because the other normal ones just used to collapse. I can't remember the name of them now. I remember all the tyres. I just can't remember the fucking name of them now. Chicone. That's it. I said Indian, didn't I? Chicone shockers. Yay! There you are. Tin foil. Got you again, you daft little cunt. How do I know these things about cars and all the bits? Because I've had fucking 6 Cosworth, you prick. I had a 2-wheeler. Sean Day was behind me, a little fucking Colin Hyde's son is the deputy mayor. Isn't that weird? They wouldn't make you run for the mayor. They wouldn't make me run for it. I said, you do it, you'll beat them, right? Because you're just too clever for them fuckers. And everyone loves you. Everyone hates all them cops. They fucking hate them because you're one of us. There's more council people than there is private people, private estates. So that's how you win. But he said to Michael, I can't remember his second name, he was all in Freemason things, and he said, we've already spoke about you doing it and all that. He said, I will guarantee you. He said, everyone will tell you. Called him Michael, really great, hello, like the Queen and for royal family. And he worked for the last one who got it. And he got him in, but he got the sack. He got the sack because he was fucking corrupt. He said, and even though I'm fucking, you might think I'm corrupt because I'm a gangster. I wouldn't be if I did a job like that. I'd make sure the people got what they needed. I would, would. Yous all know would. I'd give my promise to someone, I'd keep it. Yeah, so he's had me down the police station. I say, went in the police station, they went, there's nothing here. That's you saying your opinion. These books are shit. I went, they are shit. He went, well, like, yeah. So what about this one here? He makes things up. He does make things up. He didn't even know he'd up his height or weight or size or body weight or nothing. He had later 6'4". He wasn't 6'4". He was 6'2" and a bit. He used to divvy, crank. The truth came out, bang, and it shows you're telling the truth. Yeah, that's right. Rilla's proper grim fella. Him here gives me the truth. Yeah, do you know what? Emma and my sister and all the women, like Maria and everyone else, and every woman I've spoke to who come on and talk to me and Emma, obviously he gives me the fucking creep. So he's like, and I'm the greatest author that ever lived. I'm better than Oscar Wilde. The book's gone nuts. It's gone nuts. All that fucking shit. Cack, absolute shit, all of it. When you're that good, how come you've got no books on the shelves? How come you've got no house? How come you've got no car? How come you're working in a factory for £10.35 an hour? Or it might be a little bit more now. I think it's £10.55. And then you're working in there. You're on the bus, pissing the bus. You piss the bed. You're walking around, the bus driver said, you stink of beer on you stink of piss. You're called tinfoil everywhere you go. Everyone knows you. And you all know people, you need the brown with the tinfoil, boiling a bag of brown sugar. We've got to do everything in codes, you say, so you can't get done. So the other week, obviously, he was talking about his name, said his first name, his second name. But I won't make that mistake again, Mr. fucking Brown, boiling a bag of sugar. Yeah, and he's got that many names there. Tinny, Smackhead, Junkie Doyle, Junkie Doyle. There's that many names that but they all circular and they all spin round the same subject. DRUGS, drugs. Yeah, I had an Astra GTE. I didn't have the Astra. You know what I had, Graham Smith? And you like them. I bet you like this. And there was floppy gearbox. Fucking hell, you've got me again, you. Graham Smith. I had I'm telling you, the first guy I had was fucking I can't get it was an orangey. Oh, for fuck's sake, tartan seats. Oh, Cavalier, an SRI Cavalier, and had the S in red. It was like an orangey yellow colour. Can you remember them, son? And the GTE 16 valve was the little square ones, wasn't it? The little square cars. Where I had the SRI Cavalier. Sloppy gearboxes, them Cavaliers, but that engine of that car you're on got there. My mate had the car. He took that engine out because this car I bought and got only paid £400 for it. Got it with Craig Howard from Darlington. Went through and the engine had been knackered. So the lads said, I'll give you a gearbox. £200 for the engine, £200 to put it in. So it was one of them, and it was about 6 months old. It was obviously a dodgy one. And he put it in for me, and I had that car for about fucking a year or something. And that's when, and after that, that's when I got the Cosworths. But the first car I ever had drove was an XR2i. And that was the first car I ever learned to drive in. I was saying, so where can this fucking car be? I can't get it in gear and everything. I was fucking, you blame car. But the GT80 engine goes into the SRI Cavalier, went straight into it. Fucking 135 miles an hour it did. That's how they weren't fast, the GTI, but them ones he's on about the GTE was faster because it was smaller. But I tell you how we used to pinch them, mate. We used to put the screwdriver in the door, twist it, open the door up, get the cowl underneath, snap it, stick the screwdriver in the side, start the engine up. Easy. Easiest car in the world to pinch. Easiest car in the world. Deliberately done that, because they knew the young kids wanted them. So they knew the insurance would go. They're scammed by the insurance companies. Build a brilliant car, but don't do a fucking great thing for one of the best ones and the hardest cars to pinch. It's the Saab, because the Saab is in the side. I've still got one now. It's knackered now, but I've got one. I've got a Saab, a Saab 9 something it was called, and I got it for £21,500. I got it out of Alexandra's garage, which is the Saab garage in Stockton, Thornaby, just on the bridge as you go over. Not fast, I did about 130, but it was lovely. All push buttons and all that stuff. I had that, but it wasn't great. It wasn't like a top of the range BM or like that. It wasn't great to get away. It was just a nice car with all. I had the cream seats. The car was bright red. Nice car at the end of the day, but a lot better ones now. But good cars, Saabs, because they were airplane engines, you see. But now the Vector engines in them now. The Saab don't have the Saab engines, which were bulletproof. They don't have them now. They've got Vector engines, which is like obviously the Vectra. That idiot was going, he said, here he is, Cockerill in his little Mondeo. Well, that car wasn't a Mondeo. It was on there. It was an Alfa Romeo, you fucking moron. But I've known that for ages, so I've kept it to make him look like a big idiot he is. On the McIntyre documentaries, my mate's car, Rob, I was driving it. Vulture, it was a professional. He was a European kickboxing champion, middleweight, I think he was. The real deal, not bullshit, not lies. So you get some pretending. Yeah, he had all the stuff, and he used to train the kids in Blackhall for years. Great lad, Vulture, really good, tough lad, really fucking honourable lad. They say you're in the house and you drop like your wallet with $5,000. You go here, big fella, you drop that. He's one of them, proper lad, and. The little rat face trying to get him on his side. He went, do a book. Do call Cockerill and say things about him. He said, I'll do a book. He went, get the fuck away from me. I'll knock you fucking clean out, you cunt. I mean, that man, like brothers, he said. I fucking love him, he said. Fucking that man. I've been with that man when we've been fighting. He was with us when Richie Orsi was with us. I think Mick Sorby might have been with them, I'm not sure. Bam Bam was with us when we went to Redcar. We had a load of trouble with lads from Redcar. I didn't even get out of jail about fucking 2 or 3 weeks. 1996 it was. And I went over to Redcar to have a fight. We got there, and there was about 30 in there with fucking axes and hammers and all sorts. There was about 17 of us. We used the van. The Catholic club, which was over all the Hartlepool. They had a boxing coach. The lad who was the coach, good friends of ours, took all the boxers over with us. I had all the pro boxers with us. Like top semi-pro and big Richie Orsi, and Vulture and all, and like pro top fighters, with us. So we went to have a fight, but. We got there, we got the biggest fucking shot of our life. There was about 30 of them. And then the next minute, I had a baseball bat, and I've run up to this car and smashed it, and they're all stood right round like a big load of gang of kids. Next minute, 6 have come out with guns. But they were only them fucking derringers, I think they're called. Handmade ones where you drill a hole. Now, if you've got a gun and you drill it and it's off the balance, the barrel's not off balance a little bit, you could shoot at there and it would hit over there somewhere. So we were lucky. If there were 9mm Brownings, or Lugers, we'd have been fucking killed. We'd have been wiped out. Or Glock 9mm, but there wasn't on the end. The ruddy Brownings on the street then, what we had allegedly. We never had no guns with us, so we went for a fight. I had the baseball in the car and I smashed all the front back of the car. And these lads that jumped out and ran off. I turned around to have a fight with them. They went bang, bang, bang. I could hear the noise and said a bam bam. I said, they're only blanks. He went, look behind you. So we looked behind us like that with the van, and not every window, but about 5 of the windows were all put through with the guns.
I won't be long,
mate. Right. All right. Right. Yeah. Okay. Subaru guy. What's that? Blistering. What's that, mate? They were blistering suspension. Yeah, shit like that. I don't know. Subaru guy. They weren't very good. Are you talking about the Cosworth? Are you talking about the Cavaliers? It was like a yellowy colour. It was like that colour. No, it was a little bit more yellow, orangey yellow colour. And it had SRI written right across the bonnet. Fucking dead smart. And the gearbox was like that, dead loose in them. It was like 1, 2, I think it was 4 gears. But the thing was, the roof was you had to wind it open. You had to wind the windows down. There was no electrics on the Cavalier. So they looked nice cars. Good engines and all that, but they were fucking like a bit like an old man's kind of way, really. But it was nice. They said that they had like a tartan seats, with leather, with half leather and half tartan seats. You'll know what I'm about if you put in. And then that's it. The Cosworths come along and just blew everything. I never liked the Escort because I couldn't get in it. Too tight. I couldn't move. But I didn't like the two-wheel. Like I say, it was all up the site. The old, what do you call it? Emma? She gone? Emma? She's gone. Yeah, so the old, what's going to me, I think, Sierra Sapphires. The Sierra Sapphires, I used to work in a pub called Downtown in Stockton. I'll tell you the shooting thing, and so I'll go back to shooting. So they've shot the guns at us, so we was turning around and run like fuck. Anyway, Doyle went, oh, they shit himself around. Oh, fuck, right, we did. There was 6 people with fucking guns, you fucking bellender. You were the bellender, fucking bellender. You've been the fucking fighting out your shit. You ran up the fucking street and Steve Mac jumped out to have a word with you, fucking cowards, 1-on-1, you fucking shitbag. Fucking shitbag brown. Shitty pants. More shit on the front of your underpants because we know what you do, don't you? Than there is on the back of them. Fucking weirdo. Hangman's order. Mine Rover 25 was shite. Spot on as well. Yeah. So I shout you can get arrested thinking of his books are shit. Well, you can. Fucking have you in. Yeah, you're in for anything. Fucking phone up people. There's a man down here with a dog who's had a poo. 9. Is that who's that? You're getting tinfoil. Who are fucking that's it. Obviously his fucking code name, isn't it? Tinfoil the grass. Snitchy cunt. Snitchy grass. Right, the stage being battered everywhere. So anyway, we got back to Redcar. So we're in this place called Darwinstown, rough place. And like you say, we've jumped in the Jeep. No, I've jumped in the this car with the lads, and they've jumped in the van. We couldn't fight with fucking guns. We'll come back. So we've got Bam Bam's mum's over Grove Hill. So we stood there, and there's a lad from Hartlepool with us there. And he goes, because outside Bam Bam's mum, you'd walk, and the light would come on. So we stood outside Bam Bam's in the back way, because he used to go in the back way, not the front. And BJ had a car, because he had one. So he had a Porsche 911. So we're there. And the lad stood with me, goes, oh, what's that there in my hand? I said, oh, you've been shot. So there was like a pellet in his hand, like a pellet off them old little rifle things, like air rifles. One of them type of pellets, it was like as big as that. It was a tiny little thing. So I said, I'll pull that out with tweezers and just put some, you call that stuff, like Savlon on us and put a bandage on, you'll be all right. I said, don't go to the hospital for that because it's a bullet. Take the bullet out first and just say you cut yourself on some glass or something. Because he went and with the bullet in his arm, they nicked him because they knew he was there involved in the fight because the bullet was in his arm. So he went to the hospital and Hartlepool, I think it was, and he got nicked. He got 6 weeks on remand. But they went around all the houses and there, more Morlem come out. She went to it in the House of Commons. There was a gun battle, a running gun battle in my constituency. What was the world coming to? This is the one lovely lady. She's the one who, sorry, Mo, you're not here now. Well, that was alleged. So she came on and said, running gun battles in my constituency in Redcar. What's happening in the world? It was even mentioned on the fucking House of Commons. So I was in all the papers and that. So we fucked off. Me and Bam, when we fucked off to Luton, to Wilmer's. He's called Bam Bam off the Flintstones. She's called Wilmer. That's how they got the names from. They all have the names off the Flintstones. Passed away now, God bless him. Brilliant driver, brilliant. loads of chasers, me and the cops never ever got us. Even when they did, I came out and said, what do you want? What do you fucking want to go out and out? You're driving a bit fast, all that shit. That's why they don't like me. RS3, yeah. I had an RS3 convertible one. The RS3 Cockerill convertible with the round lights on, and the little lights, the headlights. You had the headlights, and then you had your rally light, like a rally lights. They were fucking dear, them, you know. I had one of them, but it was too small. You stand brake 10, the cunt. Fucking boiling, mate. Yeah, so we fucked off from there, and you got nicked, lad. You got charged. You got charged. You got nicked. He never said no, because when they went around all the houses, went around hundreds of fucking, went around all the people's houses. I was in the bath. I was in bed. I was asleep. Same as when I was in the nightclub, when they went around the pub and I pulled the gun out and put it on the chest and pulled the trigger, and it jammed, reloaded it, and the bullet fell down the stairs, the metal stairs. They found the bullet. But Speedy gave it to Jane. She put it down the front and walked out, and all the cops turned up. About 100 cops come, surrounded the building, took everyone's name and address and went around all their houses and interviewed everyone. And he said, where were you? I was on the toilet. I can't remember, I was drunk. He said, we've interviewed about 600 people, about 400 people interviewed. Not one person said a word. And that's what you do in council estate. You don't fucking grass. Not like you, fucking tinfoil, snitchy bastard. Yeah, it was Brian Cockerill, he was with this, that, and he was that lad. And he done this, he done this, and he done that. And you fucking vile, you know. Going to me, do you know who murdered this one? Do you know who murdered that one? I said, what are you on about? I knew what you were up to. Trying to entrap people. You're a vile, horrible human being. You're not human, you're abnormal. Oh, God, I'm boiling. Black Cap'n, we called it. What's that? Black Cap'n, what's that, mate? Subra guy. Black Cap'n, we called it, Brian. Judgy Habit, Aston Princess, my uncle had it, was an ugly thing. Yeah, princess, fucking horrible, in the mate. Didn't like them. Yeah, it came. I remember the first come out, them princesses. It was late 70s, I'm sure they came out the late 70s, late 70s, I think they come out. I remember the very first ones on the road, because you know when you're kids and you go, oh, there's a brand new car, and like you pick the reg and that, you say, I've got another brand new one, because they've just come out that week. We're the only country in the world puts our reg on to prove we've got a better car than somebody else. So my reg is better than yours. You get these daft cunts getting a car 6 months old and then go and change it for another one, so it's got a brand new number plate on it. Fucking insanity. It's the only country in the world does it. Us. My car's younger than yours. It's fucking banned me, aren't they? I don't know what they do it for. Austin's factory. There's where I'm from. And I live near there. Hold on, next to the Longbridge Rover factory and Old Austin factory, and that's where I'm from, right? I never liked Rovers, mate. My uncle had one. Fucking horrible cars. I thought they were minging. There was one on there. Watch that. I've been there a couple of times going, but I've never been in. I've been there years and years ago, about 30 years ago, when I first come up. When you go to Scarborough, that place, Matthews, car place, your Channel 27, I've just lost the name of the phone. What's it called? I can't. Come on, someone put it on. I have it all sorts. About a 750 BMW. I had a 635 BMW. It was like a shark one. Got off Craig Howard that. I've had fucking loads. I've had the fucking Cherokee Jeep where a fucking head kept sticking in the roof. It was fucking shit. 10 miles ago, I got fucking garbage. 14 grand I paid for it. I had a Saab convertible. I had a what do you call them? Big fucking London Travelers soft board. I've been there for 3 days. It's fucking shit. And big, massive fun Jeeps. They call it 50 grand I paid for it. I give it, it's fucking shit. This I don't like it. A 12 garbage. I'm going to call it now. Not a Land Rover. I'll just go for what like a. I had a Land Rover, the little one when they first come out. I had a fucking RS Cosworth. I believe I had six of them. I had an RS XR3i convertible, one of them. I had the Saab convertible, I said. I had a 2.8 and a 3 litre Subaru. I liked them, but they slid like fucking them. The brakes were shite on them as well. I liked it because they had the digital clock. They reminded me of Back to the Future. That's why I got one. I had the 5s. Then. How you doing about the SES? They've come through the house in a minute because I fucking said the word tinfoil. Okay, now it makes me frightened. I thought you were a boxer and you fought for the ABS 3 years in a row. Got the semi-finals. Fucking friend of the word. Fucking tinfoil. Absolute fucking shithead. Yeah. The 90s was fucking great, mate. The 90s was great. That rave came out and it was a fucking different world, wasn't it? Bam, bam, bam. You know, come on. I know you shot me, Brian, you shot me uncle, and you shot me dad. Well, give us a cuddle. And mum's off the head. Love, all cuddling, all fucking sat there, fucking cuddling each other and fucking stab wounds all over each other and everything from fucking 2 days before. And then the rave come on the fucking at the football match. They're all fighting on the football match on the terraces, Sunderland and Newcastle, whatever, Newcastle and Hartlepool, whatever. And then the fucking raves used to come. They'd all come in, big cut up. He stabbed me, and he's a Newcastle spot. I'm thinking, but we're still best friends now. And fucking class, you know, just to see them change because that little white tablet, boom, you take it and you got that, your fucking chin would go like that, like shake like fuck. That was when you knew it was proper gear. You knew it was proper gear, and you'd be shaking that, and you couldn't hardly walk, and you were all over the fucking place like cabbage out your head. And then you come round, you were half asleep and half awake. And then I used to take it in the house. I've one in the house, and when I came round, I'd take it about 3 hours before I went out. So it'd be in your system. Because once you've got that first boost off one, and you get that cabbage feeling, you don't get it again. So the next one, you get this boof, a massive high. So you still get a high off the first one, but your cabbage for ages, like you can't do nothing. Like half asleep, you've been sedated with a fucking dart, and then you come to life, just dancing. You can't stop dancing. That film with hey mums. Have you paid? Do you want me to take you?
I've ordered the taxi.
Just cancel it. All right then. Bye. 118 on, didn't know it was that many on. Yeah, so these concerts now, we used to race me in Babham all the time. The cops used to chase us, they couldn't get anywhere near. The cops, to tell you this story, it was Beanfleet. We were at where Jack Hatfield's sports, the eyes, ears and nose clinic, and they did the flyover. You know the flyover, you remember the big, I think it's still there, isn't it? So the flyover was just built. So the cops blocked the road off and they were racing the fucking 3-litre senators. They'd just come out, the 3-litre senators, and they raced them over the flyover. So I come down the flyover the other side, and I was sat there next to him at the lights, and he was there, the cop, and I went, rum. He was like, what the fuck's in that? So when we winded down, my mate was in the car, so he went, what's in that? I said, oh, it's all just soaked up. He went, put your foot down when you go there and we'll race you. So the two cops raced me out from the line, just young cops. I went from one light to the other and went, fucking hell, no, they can't catch you in that. Fucking hell, what's in that? He said. I said, oh, it's all soaked up and everything. Fucking unbelievable, the speed of that. Just left them dead. You know, you see these films in the American with them fucking hot rods. Wasn't as fast as one of them, but there they only did 130. I was did like 160, 170. You know, the car's fucking flying machine. And we had the fucking, like I say, all the best of everything in it. All the best stuff. But I thought it was a clever company. So I come out of a lad, you know, Sean Dre, well, I can't remember his name now. He owns half the dock, another dock where you drop them big containers of fags and all that stuff off. He owns this part of the dock, just as you come out of South Bank down that way. So I'm coming up the A19. I think that was Billy Big Balls, and this fucking cars were all tuned up to every fucking thing. Flying, just wiping any car out, go past them. And lads racing them, that fucking Volkswagen Golfs and all that, just fucking obliterating them off the road. Next minute, this fucking car comes for us. It's one here. What's it called? Fucking hell, lost the car now. No, not Lancia. What was it called? Oh, I fucking can't remember the name now. Dave something called that lad. Dave Watson, I think he's called. What the fuck car was it? You can get like a standard one, and then there's a top of the range. They made 500 and they broke 50 up. I can't think of the fucking name of the car now. Fucking hell. Anyway, so I'm coming up. Big massive wheels on it like that, like a fucking, you know, like the tyres on a fucking Formula One car on the back wheels like that. What the fuck's that? What was it called? Anyway, it was standard at 350 brake horse, and his was soaked up to 500 brake horse, and mine was 330 brake horse. So I'm racing him. I'm doing well, over on the bend and all that. We come in the straight, he went past me like I was in reverse. I went, what the fuck is that? I looked at my mate, Lee, went, what the fuck is in that car? Anyway, I got a phone call of Sean Day, went, have you just been racing a lad on? He said, oh, it's Dave's Watson. I think Dave Watson called him. He owns half the dock. He said, that car, it's a fight, it does 200 mile an hour, Brian. He said, he's had it. Oh, what the fuck? I don't know what's happened here. It's gone off me live. I don't believe it. Oh, for fuck's sake, it's gone off. It's gone off. Fucking nightmare. The live's gone off. Oh, are you there still? What the fuck's happened there? I've just pushed the button. I tell you what, it keeps going off, and that's just, you know what I mean? Fuck off, Cleveland, please. Bugger me. It was, what's this car? Was it something Lancy? No, not Lancy. What was it called? Big square thing. Fucking flying machine. I can't think of it, you know. You get a normal one, like say, like if I took 2 litres or something. This was fucking, so it just left me dead. I was fucking livid, I was. So I started the fastest car in the area. You've got the fastest car. Everyone used to say Bandito, Spud, Small Yolden. The car was a fucking flying machine. And when you get like a car, and it's like a one-off, you'll get a car that does 100 mile an hour, and you get the same car could do like 110, 115. I used to have a motorbike, it used to do 90 mile an hour, but it said top speed was 78. It used to do it, just to do 90. So you get things like that, don't you, in life? This car's getting me in the house now. Getting on my house. I'll get on my nerves. Yeah. G-Wagon, some 4x4. Yeah, I like the 4x4s better because, like I said, they were fucking brilliant. You could go around sideways the fucking bend and oversee. Just touch your brake with your left foot. Keep your foot, he said, keep your foot, the pedal to the metal, he said. He showed me a lad called Adrian Horsley from Redcar who used to build them and used to race them. He come first twice and he come second and third a couple of times. Amateur rally driver, but he was showing me down where the Geras is, where me and Matty Turner used to go, and he'd show me going down there, left foot brake. My other mate Peter, who has Alpha cars at the bottom, we'd go down there. He'd show me how to do the left foot brake and all that stuff. And it was great learning it, but daft cunt. All right, Dave's going to be a ride driver. A Group N means a Group N. It means an amateur car, and Barebecks used to have them. I've still got them, but their Barebecks still got like a rally course. You'd pay 100 quid and you go on for an hour or two. And I knew the two lads well. I used to pop in and have a coffee with them. They built cars for a living. They're both there were like semi-pros, like different level from us, totally different level. Like me, Bam Bam could drive, but they were like semi-pros, totally different level from us. Well, like as people on the street, Bam Bam was a top driver. I was really good myself, but I wasn't in the level of them. Then I met these other two, John Nelson, great lad. He's got a car, Porsche, 220 mile an hour on the Autobahn in Germany. He's got it on a video of them camcorder things. So he's leaning over the lad video because it's the other side of the thing, you know, when you drive, 220 mile an hour. So these two are like, hey, hello, old boy, like from Eton, Oxford, Cambridge, like that. Golly gosh, yes, yeah. We're going to be racing at the weekend. We're going to be going to. I think I might get second, and he's going out, and yeah, blah blah, all this fucking stuff. So Johnny said, "All right, mate." He said, oh, "Nice car, but my Cosworth that it was all souped up and that." Do you do a bit yourself? I went, "No, just a bit. Like my friend does it." He said, "I've had a few firsts, and I've had this, and I've done that, and been to Silverstone and all this fucking shite." I said, "I don't use it for that." He said, "Oh, what do you mean?" I said, "I can't afford to come second." So John's laughing like fuck. John Nelson's retired now. The Triangle in Thornaby had a place there next to Mr. Blobby's. Mr. Blobby's another great lad. He builds minis. He's big lad. Lost loads of weight now. Like lovely lad. He builds minis and does them. And I said, I can't afford to come second. What do you mean? So he opened the boat. I had 100 Kia below in the back. And all cannabis went. I see what you mean. He said, I've always wanted to get chased off the police. I wonder what it would be like. I said, but what you got to do, it's totally different. When you're racing on a road, you know there's nothing in front of you. There's fucking prams coming across the road. There's cars coming across. There's kids running across. There's fucking dogs or horses could run across. So you're on there. I said, what you've got to do is see your mirror, turn the mirror away. Don't keep looking in the mirror. I said, you see these kids getting chased. looking in the mirror, and then it will go right through a fucking fence. When you're doing 170 fucking mile an hour, you got to be right on blob. Believe me, you fucking to brake. 1 minute, you fucking the person's like that. The next minute, it's a fucking man in front of you. You know the speed you come when you do it every day of the week and getting chased every day of the week. You get used to it. Let's see, Hinton, Edgar Lee. Let's see, Subaru. I can't get this fucking car to my head in, you know. They built 500 and they broke up for 50 to keep them for parts. I just can't fucking think of it now. Fucking hell. I'll get it in my head when I come back on. Subaru guy, Looney Tunes, Lancia. You're right, I think, isn't it? Is it a Lancia? Delta, I don't know if it's a Lancia. I think the Lancia was the other engine, like a sports one. This was the big square one. It was like that name, Lancia. The fuck was the car called? He said, it's like, it's got that same L in it. Something L. The car. I fucking can't think of it. Sean D, where the fuck are you? You know what I'm on about. He knows exactly what car it is. Fucking. Yeah, big fat lad on the dock. He owned it. He said, oh, you make and drive. That Brian Crock, he said, was leaving me dead round the bends and the side. He said, just catch him on the street, which is no embarrassment, but he could have caught me. You know, like chased in the streets, could never caught me. Cop said one day, he said, I'll chase you, I'll catch you. And he can chase me, never got anywhere. Fucking near me. Fucking idiot. There was another one called Smith. He was the top driver. He was the best cop driver. And he was chasing me one night for 3 o'clock in the morning. I was coming over the bridge, Middlesbrough Bridge, Newport Bridge, coming over there, and he came behind me, fucking cunts, and my brakes were just down to the metal. So I was having to brake with my handbrake, and fucking, I was a nightmare. But I got away still, and I lived in Roseworth Way, just down past Roseworth. There was a thing called the Martle House pub. And I just come in the house and got in the car, put the brake on, ran the house, shut the door, and I had the scanner on there. He said, should we raid the house? He said, don't be so fucking stupid. You've never said them words. Don't be so stupid. You go in there on your own against them. They just left me. They've never ever fucking come me out. Never ever kicked my door in. Never ever kicked my door in my house. Never. Because of the firearm shit. Bang! You're dead. Yeah, so poor Emma's got the shot. Love it a bit, so I do. She's been worried sick about Eli. He's been bad again last night. No sleep. Got him better again, but she's worried about him. She loves that dog fucking more than anything. Honestly, think it is her baby. You know, when people got a baby, it's my baby as well, but she loves that. Like, you know, I think mum's got a baby, she give birth. Like, she's given birth to that dog. That's what it is. She loves him like it. He absolutely idolises what he does. Still on, Bri. Freedom. Yeah, I'm still on. Where do you want me to go? You're trying to get rid of me there, Freedom? Still here, bro. Oh, you're still there, Timmy B. We still here, bro. Oh, I know what you mean, because the thing went off. Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just went off. I wonder if there's a loose wire. Or something. I've gone faint a couple of times on here. I'm like, really warm tonight. That sun yesterday wiped me out. I was in the garden for about an hour and a half. I got up today, I'll tell you the truth, I got up about 2:30. I'm fucking shattered. It's all these lives. I did last night, 3.5 hours. Lancia, I think you might be right, you know, Lancia Delta might be. No, I don't know, was it Lancia? Fuck, it might have been. It might be, you know. I'm going to have to look. I think it's something, definitely something like a Lancia or something. Lancia. You know, the first name of the make of it, you know, the fucking make. Oh, it was fucking, the wheels were like Formula One on the back. I've never seen wheels that stick. Mine were normal wheels in the back of mine, but these were fucking huge. Huge. These went boom. It just went like that and then sunk down and so it just went like a fucking boom. I put it on the bench, left foot braking on the round. I was really good at going around the roundabout sideways. Left foot brake, understeer, oversteer, and coming back through. Left him there, and then when we were on the straight, he just went, see you later. Didn't wave at me, just gone. And Sean said, have you just been racing such and such? He said, oh, he owns half the fucking multi-millionaire in Brighton. He owns half the docks. So he said, that's 500 brake horse. I seen the name, I can see the car in my head, like it was a ready colour. It went around the corner. I can just see the fucking car, I just can't see the name on it. Usually I'm really good at closing my eyes and going back and seeing everything. I can see the bend, I can see the corner. So it was at Eston when you go towards Middlesbrough that way, not down the Mad Mile as you come up from Redcar. I was coming up the bank on the A174. I can still see the car, but I can't fucking see the thing. Yeah, them the Cosworths were great, like, because the 4x4s was just different. Same one on the telly, the 176,000 fucking pound it went for. Now we know one that went nearly 55,000, the white one, the exact same F Reg as mine. I looked at that, looks like my car. Fucking bastard might have pinched it. F Reg, I could never remember the rest of it. I remember it was an F Reg, J Reg, sorry, I keep saying J. Oh, don't start again going off. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on with this fucking stupid computer. Been doing this for 4 or 5 days. All my internet keeps going off and coming on. So I wonder if the fucking satellites are fucked up. Yeah, 500 they built these cars, and they broke 50 up. And they were a fortune to buy, an absolute fortune. I just can't remember the fucking name, full name of it. I can see it and I just can't remember. Because you're in that, and you wake up in the middle of the night, oh, what was that? You've been going for a pee, don't you? Phone them on, go, oh, Tommy Smith, for fuck's sake. You'll be annoyed you can think that much sometimes, can you? Can think. And somebody will come on and go, I wonder why Graham says Smith, and it's Graham Thompson or something. Oh, Graham Thompson, then to tell you, remind you. Mad, isn't it, how you do it? You just sat there going, fucking sick as going, I haven't seen him for ages, Johnny such and such. Then your phone rings, doesn't it? And you're, oh, Jamie the other day, I thought, I wonder how Jamie's all right, you know, in my head. And so I was thinking, yeah, phone me for a few days. And as soon as I fucking thought his name, he came on the phone. Loads of people do that. Subaru. Yeah, I never had a Subaru. My mate had one. One of the travellers gave us the call, but it was fucking fast, like really fast. I still like the Cosworth, but I think when you get used to knowing how you can dip it and how you can move the gears, and the Cosworth are fucking marvellous, just like motion and poetry in motion. It's perfect with it. Them fucking other ones are shite. You know, the normal cars, you get in them like fucking like a big sofa, aren't they? That's what them Rovers were like. Not Range Rovers, the Rovers. There was a 3,000 one, I think it was, and a 2.6. My uncle had one. It came out in the 70s, I think, the Rovers. The coppers used to use them. That was one of their favourite cars, the cops. They were quite fast as well. Didn't like the ships. There was a blue one they used to have. Cops used them in the 70s, them Rovers. And then they used Jags. They used Jaguars. They were really fucking hell, massive engine in them. I had a 928 Porsche as well. That was a 5-litre engine. That was fast. 150 miles an hour. It did. Fucking flying. It was faster than the Cosworth and acceleration. That. But I blew the engine up, so I took it to John Nelson. He fixed it, and I sold it to Viv Graham's best mate. He used to come to the race with us. Took him. Look, I see him. We had fucking forever with that car. I can't think his name now. He used to run it off with Viv. He used to come to the rave every Friday and Saturday. Stay with us all weekend. Fucking lovely lad. 111 on 111. That's Marty's number. That remember that first 11th. I have a think. Lexi Hinton still on, yeah. God, it's hot. Lanty Evo. No, it wasn't Evo. I can't fucking think. I'm doing everyone's fucking brain in here. Have a great weekend. Are you off, son? Yeah. Have a good weekend, Andy W. Howl ahead. You okay? Late again, being busy. Yeah, it's okay. Howl ahead. You can always catch up. The little scumbag. I'll give you the news. The little fucking rat, but you know, tinfoil has had another page to another thing, defamation of character. What fucking character have you got, you fucking tramp? Fucking egg on legs. Can you stay to you? Fucking clip of him. My husband's going from strength to strength. It's not the fucking SO fucking advert, you know. Fucking hell, remember the SO? From strength to strength, you know, like it's fucking diddy he is. You know, he wakes up every morning, brown, where can I get the brown from? Tinfoil and brown is in your head. And as soon as you wake up, where can I get some brown and boil it? Oil in a bag with the tinfoil Fucking hell, that's the first thing you wake. I'm when you're interested in that little song. You'll that song when I've been singing. You'll learn that now because I'll come here because I'll give you OCD and psychologically doing it to you to give you OCD. I know how to fry your fucking brain. I do. It's fried like fucking a bag of chips. Chips. God, we hope it's. Remember the adverts? It's chips. We hope it's chips. All the adverts were class, weren't they? Everything like in the 90s and the 80s. Everyone was happy in the adverts. And remember that one? She was beautiful. She was a model, and she was like Lady Diana. And she come out, and her husband finished her, and she threw the wedding ring away. She threw her fair coat away. She threw all the other stuff away, and then if anything that was in life was like a Volkswagen. And she kept the Volkswagen, jumped in the car and drove off. Fucking brilliant. And then ones, and then there was just going to the Dog and Duck, and it was a bloke as if he was in London, and it was really in. I was at that island. It was called Picardy Island. I've been there. I went to that island. I can't remember. Yeah, it was 96. I think it was. No, it must have been about 97, 98. I went there and it was fucking huge. It was called. Don't start it again with the fucking town now. Dominican Republic. So I got there. It took 11 hours to get there. 2 hours in the airport, and then they charged us more money at the airport. Airport tax. Couldn't believe it. Unbelievable. Yeah, so fucking do that. So they stayed there, and obviously you got your top off at the best on or something, and walked the beach, and there were all these kids playing there. I used to throw them loads of money, not loads, about £2 a day, and then on the way back, so another £2, no, 2 pences and fives and our money, and they loved it. And I'd come out, and they were all playing one day, and they were all playing the ball, and the ball bust. So I went and bought them a new ball. I got them a ball, and they went, "Oh, thank you, Rambo." They're all calling me Rambo. There were about 40 kids every day used to come over to me, showed them fucking food and all sorts. He said, "Go and get stuff off the thing, food for them." And I felt sorry for them, but fuck off. And they were playing football with a little shitty ball, so they pushed the ball. So I went in and got a new ball for them. And before I went, I got them another one because I thought if it breaks that one, you've got that one there. And they all were cuddling me, right? There were about 20 kids around me. It was fucking class. Rambo, they were shouting to me, Rambo, to the kids. I did in the water swimming with them, and I fucking loved it. When you go somewhere like that and you realise, lovely place to live, but the poor little fuckers haven't got a fucking thing. And you look at the kids when you come back home, and the top of the range, £150 trainees and £300 tracksuits and fucking £2,000 fucking phones and things like that. And you look at them and think they've got bare feet on, a pair of fucking sandals or something, a bare top and a little pair of shorts on, running about fucking starving. And you look back and you think, I'm looking. Hello, Helen Dennis. I haven't seen you for a while. Adrian Dunn. Hello, mate. Nissan GT. No, it wasn't a Nissan. Right, no, it wasn't one of them. I didn't really like the Nissans, mate. I had a what was the Japanese car you had? No, I'll tell you now. What the fuck was it called? One that sign like that. Let me think. It's red. Was it red, the car? Yeah, it was red and black. Hood. Fucking shite. 19,300, about 30 grand, 25 grand, I think, something to buy new. Wally, old mate, red car, he was a car dealer. He got it. He's good friends with Nosher Howard. And it was, for fuck's sake, I'm doing it again. Another car. Not a Peugeot. What the fuck was it called? Chinese or Japanese, and it was a sports one. But the hood was fucking, you had to lift the hood back. All that money for a car. Lovely. I got it off of that. The lad gave me the name of it. And I went and got it from car dealers in Stockton. I never got it. It was £19,600. I got it for 16,300. So he got me £3 grand knocked off. So I give him £300 for getting me it. I can't remember the fucking name of the car. The fucking one I can't remember now. But it was a lovely car. But it was, you had to get out of the car and take the hood down. That fucking shit. Well, the other ones you could just push it. With the side convertible, you have to click the clickers down like that. You push your button and go just lift over. Where this one, you'd have to pull over on the fucking roadside and pull the hood up. Because if it started raining or something, I didn't realise, until I got it, because I got it near the winter. It wasn't until the summer I put it down. I thought, it's not even fucking electric. It was a good car, but brilliant engines, never break. Japanese stuff are fucking brilliant, isn't it? The motorbikes, fucking marvellous cars. Then they had the 600 Kawasaki Ninja, green and black. Fucking 135 mile an hour come back from Newcastle's a big massive bank coming back from Newcastle down the Teesside. Down there, fucking flying on us. They'll come off it, they've been fucking killed in a second, but you just don't give a fuck. I was only about 20, 24, 25. And then I had a fucking Harley Davidson. Kept burning me fucking tracky bottoms. I used to have shell suit bottoms then. And the exhaust pipes were at the side. So when you put your feet down, they touch the fucking, the tracky bottom and burn all your fucking bottom off. For fuck's sake. So I sold it because of that. It was a fucking nightmare. Big that fucking thing it was. Oh, don't start again, you. You're going to keep pushing that button. I've sussed this out. Oh, I've done this on my own without help. It was unbelievable. Bell ringer, looking fit and healthy. Thank you, bell ringer. Ding dong, ding dong. A bag needs, what's that? A bag needs a what's that? Medal. A bag needs a medal. I don't understand that. Oh yeah, I know what you're saying. Whoever came up with a boil in a bag needs a medal. It was my friend Man York. It was him who come with that boil in a bag of brown. They called him boil in a bag, and I nicknamed him boil in a bag of brown. Is that way you can't get done? Because it could be anyone, couldn't it? Boil in a bag of fucking brown. Brown sugar. Boil in a bag of brown sugar. That's what I come up with. That was it. You can't do fuck all. You can't go in that. He's calling me out, Joe. It was boiling in a bag of brown. It could be anyone, couldn't it? Hey. Porsche too. I did it. Yeah, you had it 928. They were good, weren't they? Ellen, they were fucking powerful. Big. I loved it. It was a greeny, turquoise green colour. Big, massive front. Sat in it, loads of room. The engine was huge, 5-litre engine. You put 10 quid in, you got fucking 10 miles or something. Unbelievable deer to run. Obviously, I was fucking making the money I was making. I had 6 cars. The Cosworth, I had 2 Cosworths on the front. I had the fucking Porsche 928. I had the Supra 3-litre. I had I had a Cherokee Jeep. I had a fucking Suzuki Trooper. The long base. I taxed the short. I had a short base one, then I taxed the long base one. I had a normal Jeep, none of the little Jeeps you get, them little Land Rover Jeeps. They came out. I got one of them. They're bulletproof. They're fucking brilliant. I had a Range Rover. I didn't like it. It was fucking horrible. It was big square to blowing you all over the fucking road driving. I thought they were shite. I still don't like them now. I'm trying to think of that car. Was it in Nissan? They have a thing like that, big silver on the front. I can't remember the fucking name of it now. The Japanese cars. Anyone tell me what Japanese cars? Japanese, is it? I think it was a Japanese car. Yeah, they had to get one of them, Brian. They're fucking brilliant. So I got one. I did it for about a year. And then I got a Porsche 3-litre. I got a Porsche. What the fuck is a Porsche? Not Porsche. I didn't get a Porsche. I got a. What the fuck was it called? No, not a Mitsubishi. No, that wasn't. That's a Mitsubishi Subaru in it. I had the Subaru Mitsubishi. I had one of them. They were like not the Subaru. No, I had the Mitsubishi. Not Subaru Lancia. No. Come on. Well, another Japanese car. Sports car they are. Come on, you lot clever lot than you know what you're on about. Yeah, it was a sports car, and it was you had to get out and you had to fucking click the hood up. It was an absolute nightmare to do. I had an Audi A4. They were really good. You know, one of them, they're a nightmare. You know what the worst thing goes on them? It's the fucking what was it? It went on mine. It was £900 for a new one. You know the where you put the fuel goes in. Not the what do you call it? Where the fuel goes in? Where the fuel thing, the piston, £1,000 for a piston, £1,000 to put it in. I said, fuck that, £2,000. Yeah, fucking lovely car, like really good. Really, it was a diesel flying machine. It was. Did about 130 for a diesel. It's really good. Fucking all sorts of cars. I had I went to get bought a Jeep, and it was a not super. What do they call them? Fucking hell. The Jeeps, what were Japanese? Everyone had them. All the Troubles had them. So that just fucking banged there. Something just banged. Maybe Eli behind me in the kitchen. Yeah. The Irish Bull smashed the like buttons. Yeah, so you're getting told 184 on, right, and 130 on. So I might as well stay on because there's loads of people out there. We have fucking some yet in this car. It's 3 cars. I can't remember tonight. It's I'm useless. Freedom's a good lad. Subaru. No, can't think of this fucking car. You know. Yeah, the green 928 Porsche is beautiful. I blew every fucking one. I got blow the engines up there. That's the only thing about Cosworths. What you got to do with the Cosworth? This is the best thing to do. You've got to take off the fucking tube because it blows the water one. It keeps blowing all the time. So I used to have it off, So I'd take off so the fan was on all the time. So you had the fan cooler on all the time because when you're at normal, it just needs to blow. Head gaskets always blown. Cosworths are a fucking nightmare, especially when you tune up like the 3. There's no such thing as a 500 fucking brake also unless you change all the gearbox and everything. So you get these daft goods. Oh man, was this? No, you're full of shit. I'm not sure if you had a green Range Rover. I'm not sure, mate. Not sure, son. I know you had all sorts. I think you had them later on because I never seen them for years when I went out of jail. I'm trying to think. Shogun, that was it, a Shogun. I had a Shogun, but it was the Pajero, that's it. The Pajero, I had the Pajero one and I had the normal Shogun. I had the long wheelbase and I had the Pajero, but it was like a fake copy of it type of thing. I had them too as well. They were nice guy. I went to buy it off these travellers and they were drug deal. I could tell straight away. And they wanted $8,000 for it. I said, look, give you a bit of gear, I give them some speed. And I give them something else. The speed cost me £500 and I charge them £1,500 for it and I give them five. They wanted $8,000. So it was like $6,500 it cost me all in. So I got like $1,500 off. Nice kids. I met them just past Leeds where they were at. Did we know you've seen you? I said, yeah, on the McIntyre. Yeah, I thought it was you, the tax man. Everywhere I go, people know me and I get on with them. Yeah, I fucking met them fucking couple of minutes and I made £1,500 profit. I had that. I sold to my brother. I'm skinny. That one. And then he had another one. What was it? The fucking Jeep I got? I think I had another Jeep. I think there's that many fucking cars I've had. You just can't remember that fucking many of them. Yeah, the Supra was shite. The brakes were shit. I just didn't handle it all. Fucking sliding all over. It wasn't nothing like a Cosworth. But yeah, fast and nice and everything. About 150 or something. But not great to be chased with off the cops. I nearly got that car there. Fucking hell. If you weren't looking at me, 100 and odd people on here, I'll probably get it. You fucking do you want to go to bed? Oh, that's it. But bang, it just comes in your head, doesn't it? You just fucking you sat there for ages. Or you'll watch a film and go, who's that woman again? I did it today. Somebody put on, it was Rob tonight. Rob said, oh, if you sit with them, I had a Mitsubishi at the Coliseum, Freedom Coliseum. The Coliseum in Stockton. Taking your spanner, blame, Freedom, Irish program, super. Suzuki, Keep Pro. Suzuki, no. Suzuki shite right west. They're the West Jeeps ever, Suzukis. My sister got one and I said, please don't get that fucking thing. Oh, I like it. It was a yellow one. It was fucking dog shit. It was the worst car I've ever seen in my life. She paid about $7-8 for it. I went, Fran, you've been fucking robbed. Stephen Watson, Beach, Super, right. Going global, Suzuki, Mazda. Yeah, I had a Mazda. I had a top of the range Mazda, but it wasn't a Mazda. It was like a Mazda. They're good, them Mazda, fucking brilliant cars. Them other one that Jamie had one. Them little fucking Chinese cars were good. Look, I'm doing fucking that now. Useless for cars, mate. I'm thinking of the names of them. I had to show when it stuck in a ditch over Fred Field, so it was set on fire. Sam Bro, good, yeah, the fucking Castrol GTX car. I think Bull, you good. Super Brian, was your worst car you had, bro? My worst car I ever had was a fucking Bobby had a Fiesta. I got it for about 200 quid. It was a fucking shed. Worst car I've ever known in history. Fucking hell, man. It took you about a week to get fucking off the drive. Fucking worst car I've ever seen in my life. I had. She's like, ding, 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 fucking doing about 5 miles an hour down the fucking bank like that, doing about 5 miles an hour on a bank like that. Fucking terrible. Oh, I've had some shit cars, obviously, when I was a bit younger and stuff, but I always used to have loads of different cars. I used to buy and sell them as well, so I'd buy them, like, say, for 5 grand. I'd sell it for 7 or something, and I'd give my mate a grand for doing it. So I used to buy a car, I'd have it for like 3 or 4 weeks and sell it. I'd buy it for 30 grand. Sometimes I'd buy a car, 30, 40 grand, and sell it for like 25. Just because I was making that much money. Didn't mean fuck all. Just a car to me. The names of winch because I had 6 cars on my front. You know, you always get them. So it was like a posh area I lived in called Sheraton Park. That's posh in Sheraton. Oh, Sheraton Park. It was all there. They're all fucking millionaires and stuff. And I lived in another posh place, really posh, was the Duck Pond. All the houses are nearly £1 million each there. I had a little flat. It was called Dragon Court. Where I lived, it was £111 a week for the flat, and that was 1991. So you imagine the fucking price of them now. He lived there, the footballer Brian something. He played for Middlesbrough. He was the manager. Brian McLaren was that. I think he was there, and the other manager, I can't remember his name now. He was the manager. He was the second like, assistant manager. They used to live there. They had a flat there. There's loads of flats in that little village where you can see around the corner there's houses where there's judges, where there's big massive gates where you go, all the gates open. They've got security guards out there and everything, you know, fucking proper security. Group 4. I went around to see someone who I was working with. He wasn't a judge, he was a barrister. And he had his car stolen. And I went and seen him, got the car back for him. He said, what are you doing? I went, no. Well, later on, you owed me a favour in the court, so I got it sorted. I can't remember that fucking car, you know. Yeah, the worst car was like that little one. We mean Flea. We're in one. I was telling you this the other week. So we comes down. I had 2 Kia Speed. I had a Kia Coke, I think it was, and about 30 or 40, 50 grand or something. A big lump of money. So we're coming down, and I always had top cars. He had this fucking banger. So we come down the bank in Middlesbrough, and it's like a 4-way crossing like that. So the lights have stopped, and you can go that way right to Park End, or you can go straight over towards Redcar and go. The car stalled. She's going, he's flooded the fucking car. Come behind me. Oh, fucking hell, son. Hide the fucking stuff under the seat. The money's under the fucking in the back of the thing over the, like a jacket over the back of it. In the bag anyway. So cop saw, so I jumped out quick and I said, broke down, officer. He said, I'll give you a push off. So he's pushing the car and I'm pushing it and we bumped started the fucking car. I think it was 30 grand, 2 Kia Speed and a Kia Coke. And we bumped the car off and fucking pushed us up, went to Pallister Park, like that. Pallister Park End, fucking hell. Talk about luck, unbelievable. So it just shows you that you're just lucky sometimes because it was packed. It was like tea time traffic. Fucking class. Laughing like fuck we were. Yeah, Shoguns, they were like, well overrated. Libby couldn't have them, didn't they? No. And then there was the big massive one. What was that big massive one the Travellers had? I had one of them. I only had it, I say, three days or something. It was fucking shit. Big massive Jeep. All the Travellers have them. Big massive one. I can't remember the name. Traveller from on the camp house field in sold me. I took it back. I said, I can't drive this. It's fucking. And it's like a fucking driving a settee. Like you're on like a big settee sitting on it. Fucking horrible. Big massive thing. About 80 grand they are. Well, they were about probably 100 grand now, but most Travellers got them. But what they were doing, they were bringing them in. They were doubling the plates up and that. And that's why I took it back, because it was fucking doubled up. My mate said, that's doubled up that. I said, oh, do you know? Because he was a traveller. He said, they've sold you a fucking car there. It's doubled up. He said, you wouldn't have got that for 40. It was either 40 or 50 grand I got it for, I think. And he said, that's an 80 grand car. There's no way they'd give it that cheap. And then he had a look. He said, it's been doubled up. Doubled up means they get the same car and they double the reg up and everything with it for somewhere else. Smiley. Keep up the smileys, faces, and love hearts, and same as like big up. Faces loves 100%. I usually big up. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I still. Let's see, so I still can't fucking dig it. So I'd be mental. Yeah, so cars, they're just a fucking car around at the end of the day. You go all these things, well, I'm going to get one of them and all that. You get it and you've got it a couple of months, it's just a fucking car. I've got a car in the front for about $2,000. Fucking Astra GTE convertible. Fucking $2,000 it cost me. Well, it didn't cost me, it cost me 1,200 quid, which went about $2,000. So I put a tenner in, I get fucking 85, 90 mile for a tenner. So it doesn't fucking bother me. So if I had that, it was the top of the range fucking 5 litre thing. You put a tenner in, you probably start the engine up and fucking conk out. It doesn't bother me all that now because you've had it and you've had all that stuff and you've had that type of money and you've been there. It's fuck all really. The main thing is your health in life, not your wealth, your health. Somebody said to me, you can have £10 million or you can have your health back. I'd have my health back. That's more important than anything, your health, because if you haven't got your health, if you can't look after yourself, you can't look after anyone else. So you've got to be, that's why I'm getting better, but it's fucking a nightmare. The pain, what I'm here now, it's like a normal person would be crying their eyes out with the pain, it's that bad. But because I'm used to it, I just block it out and block it out. My hands are on fire now. Like, I feel like the bed, when you burn your hands, it's like being the burn sensation. Because then you've got to remember that when they took out the vertebrae, the calcified bone, they had to chisel through all the fucking, every single vertebrae. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From 6, from you've got 9 in your neck. You have to do 7 vertebrae and go around them all, which is all the calcified bone. And you have bone spares coming off. Them bone spares push into the vertebrae, your spinal cord. There's your vertebrae where your cord goes. There's the vertebrae there. That's in there like that. So what happened is that there is where it goes, right? So it's that thick, your spinal cord, like that thumb. Mine have gone to that, to my finger. So it was half. So he said, what's happening? I explain it in layman's terms. So he said, well, what it's like, he said, you've got your cords in there where your vertebrae are. Your vertebrae have got calcified bone, which is rock hard bone, builds up and bone spares. They're getting thicker and thicker, and then they're like that. So that's getting thicker and thicker. And because it's getting thicker, it's getting smaller and smaller. So that there would just sever. It would just go like that and sever it off in the end. So you're going to be paralyzed. You'll be a paraplegic in the bed. You'll never, wouldn't be going in a wheelchair. You'd have to stay in the bed. Fucking hell. So this was like after the operation. He told me, he didn't fucking tell me that. But I said, what's the chance with the operation? 50-50. But when I asked him properly after, he went, well, I lied to you. He said, we say that to everyone. He said, really, it's about 20% chance you could come through the operation. Because he said to him, he said, look, he might not come through this operation, because of his age and the injury's that bad. He said, out of all the ones I've done, he said, over the years, this is the worst one I've ever seen. He said, 6 of us looked at it and went, Jesus. I went, what do you mean? He said, it's that bad. He said, the only time I've ever seen it this bad is when someone's been in a crash. How you're walking about, how you're training, and how you're moving is beyond us. We can't work it out. You shouldn't be able to even walk. I don't know how you're doing it. So 15 years he had that, and they kept saying it was spondylosis. Because my sister's got it, my mum's got it, so they thought it was hereditary. All them fucking years of pain I've been in. So that calcified bone was building up round and round there. It was just getting smaller and smaller and smaller, so it just severs it in the end. So I really afterwards, I was like scared after, but I'd already got through the operation. Then I said to this lad, called him Tom. I said, Tom, lovely kid, he was coming like a physio thing. I went, I think I've got a bulging disc, and I think I've got another spinal stenosis. He went, no, you can't. But what they should have done is, it's like taking a car when you're going for a car. People have got a car and you look at your chassis and you need it doing. What they do is they do like they look in like an X-ray with it. So they look at it and say, well, that needs that. So they'll put like an X-ray on the engine type of thing to look at it. They should have done that on my back. Should have done an X-ray or an MRI. Instead of coming just down my neck that much, they should have done all my whole back. They said, when I went from North Tees, they said, Tom, James Cook went, this is not right. He said, when you go in for a spine op, he said you're supposed to have your head from the back all the way down to the bottom of your back to where your bum cheeks are. He said, so that should have all been down to your coccyx. All that should have been MRI'd, and we'd have known then, and we could have done the both ops in one go. So you're going to have to go back in now and get another op. So they took me in. She was about 27 years old. She was arguing with me. She went, listen, I know every single bone and muscle in the body. I said, well, I do. She said, all right, are you a doctor? I said, no.
I said, but I'll tell you what, I will name them, you name them, and I'll name them in Latin. What do you mean? I said, well, I'll name them in Latin and you can name them normal. And she looked at me as if I was fucking daft. I started naming things. She looked at me and I asked her a couple of questions, didn't even know what the fuck I'm were. So I should say, never judge a book by its cover, only if it's a Boyle book, because they're all bullshit. Anyway, so she said, no, you haven't got one. No, the cocky 27-year-old thinks he knows it all. Just come out of fucking college, done a doctorate degree or whatever and done it. She's telling me what I feel my back. I said, I've been trained since I was 13-year-old. You know, like I said to you, I know myself. So I diagnosed myself. So it goes in 5 fucking days to put me on nail by mouth. And there was a crash. There was kids in a bad crash. So they come and said, look, I know you're next, but there's been a crash with these kids. I went, stop. Just do them. Leave me. Just forget about me. Go and do the kids. I couldn't live with myself. Even if I was going to die and them kids could be saved, I'd have still said, go ahead with it. I'd rather die knowing I've saved them kids' lives than fucking get an operation and the kids die. Fuck that. I couldn't live with myself. I said, no, it's not me. I said, just I'll be all right. You know, thank you very much. Anyway, and then there was another fucking crash. With an ambulance come with the helicopter. Bloke's leg was hanging off and fucking whatever and all this stuff. They come in again. I went, look, whoever comes, stop coming asking me. Just whoever comes in, it looks worse than me, carry on with it. So 5 fucking days I was there, no food. So I got Emma to come through. God bless Carol Edwards, I love her bits. Carol come through with bacon sandwiches for me. Fucking starving because you're not nail by mouth. You can't nail by mouth means no food. Seeing the size of me, I lost 36 or 38 pounds in 3 weeks because of it. So I'm in there. Anyway, I started fucking feeling bad. Anyway, they took me in for the op. Done the op. Done it, come out. But what they've done, they never told me in the back of me, they had another tube in my back with more stitches. And it was in the back. It was like a drain to draw. It was a tube to draw out the blood. And it was like a tray thing here. And it was going into a bag like a tray. The blood was coming. So I got out of bed. Thinking, because my neck was getting better then, obviously, but it was still bad. I got out of bed and I tried to go to the toilet. And as I went to the toilet, I pulled that and the whole fucking thing pulled up. All the stitches come up my back. They went beep, 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 beep. And the fucking machine went off. So, what are you doing? This nurse went mad with me. Don't blame her. I'm down for a pee. So I didn't want to wake every fucker up. Fucking buzzers. So you pulled all the stitches out, you know, you shouldn't have done this. And obviously, you've got to take it on the chin, haven't you? Because the nurse is right. So anyway, I said, sorry, love, and all that. Anyway, the next day she came around, she said, sorry, I was a bit. I said, no, I said, obviously you've been wet in the ear and you're knackered and things like that, and me being daft. I said, I didn't know. I said, I wouldn't have done it for you. She said, yeah, but you just woke up, so don't worry about it. So then they would come around, they were asking me for diets, the nurses, because I was helping different ones. Saying, if you do this, you know, you eat this, and you do that, and you do this, like I do with you. Is that right? I went, yeah. And there was doctors coming in asking me. There was a woman, she was one for a neurosurgeon. She was there for about an hour doing all the bits and bobs and the young doctor. I said, what you do this now, you train this and you do that and you do this. She was like, you sound like a doctor, you sound like you really know your stuff. I've been doing this since I was a kid. So she said, do you mind if I come back around and get a few tips off you? I went, no, of course not. Anyway, I was fucking sat in the do now. And it was Michelle, that was it. Mickey Harrison. I mean, I couldn't think of Michelle's name, Mickey Harrison, Mrs. She was coming out, she said, everyone fucking loves you there. They all love you a bit. They're all saying, he's brilliant, him in there, and he really knows his stuff. They were coming in, asking my diet, and I was saying, what are you going to do in life? And I was telling him, because one, he was suffering with depression, he was only a little nurse. I said, what are you going to do this and do that and do that? She went, every time I talk to you, I come out of here, I feel like I'm shining. I feel like the sun's on me. I just feel great. I'm walking, I'm going home, and I'm going to bed, and I'm sleeping brilliant. If you really got a good gift of helping people. Then Dr. Wari come around and went, can I just shake your hand? I went, yeah. He said, we had to do it like that with his elbow because the COVID thing. He said, what you're doing in here, you're lighting up the whole hospital. Everyone's talking about you in here. It's really good what you're doing. So there, I said, can I go and talk to the lads on the thing there who've got operations like me and I'm scared to go in? Yeah, would you be able to do that? I said, yes, so they put me in a wheelchair and took me around with my mask on. I've had the guys, you'll be all right, I promise you, and do this and do that. And thanks very much, because some are really scared going, and some are like 60-year-old, 70-year-old, frightened. I said, you'll be all right, just keep thinking it's going to be over. As soon as I get this operation, I'm going to be better. Don't me think, no, nightmare, I'm going in there and be scared. Go in there knowing you're going to be better tomorrow. When you had the op, you're going to be better tomorrow, then go back around and say, oh, you were right, I feel miles better now. But if you're going in feeling down and depressed and going for an operation, you need your brain to think, I'm going to get through it. I'm going to get through it. I said, I've already had a massive one up my neck. I showed him it. Oh my God, that's terrible. It cuts right down my neck. You can see nuts and bolts all through my neck. So he went, what did you do? I said, I just told him. I said, you just got to just believe in you can do it. But if you start thinking to yourself, I'm not going to do it, I'm not going to make it, then you're setting yourself up to fail. And he went, then the other one, can I sit around and listen? I went, yeah. So we used to sit in the ward talking to fucking 5 or 6 lads and that. And then I'd go to that ward, to the next ward. And then you would let me go downstairs talking to fucking people. And Emma was coming around. They were all like 15, 20 people sitting down in the room downstairs. You're not supposed to, we weren't letting us do it. But we were outside, because we were outside, they were okay with us. And like I say, I was the only one getting visits like that, because it was like really good with the patients and the doctors and the nurses. And he does know his stuff. Anyway, it was good. But like you get divvies like that, fucker saying I'm a bully and things like that. I don't bully anyone with fucking life. I always help everyone. I always be nice to everyone. Be polite and courteous and be nice. And you get on in life. And that's why people like you watch me, listen to me, and help people. But that fucker torturing old people, old women, old men, and fucking robbing people with the books. He said, fucking scum, I'm not doing any more scummy gangsters or any more scummy fucking scumbag fighters or again. All they are is low life degenerates. Pond life, he called us all. So I said, yeah, well, those pond life, like me and Terry Dicko and Richie Horsley and fucking Mick Sorby and all that, have fed you and your family for the last 6 years and other people like me. I said, you've come along, ripped people off. You haven't just took the 37, you haven't just took the 63%. You've took fucking all of the money. You paid us for a couple of months until I found you out and went to court and won the court case. And now you found out, you've just ripped us all off. You haven't paid us for over 2.5 years. Not one penny. Are you going to report me to that? Are you going to report me just YouTube to that? You haven't paid anything. You're just a fucking vile, horrible, evil man, Mr. Brown. And I'm telling you, no, your days are numbered. I'm telling you, you're fucking finished. No one likes you. No one's ever going to do it with you. I've had your books taken down. I've had your documentaries taken down. I've even got the fucking people who were going to write the books for you. I've even spoke to them. They've stopped the books. All the people going to do books for you have said no. That's why you can't do a book. Jack the Ripper lives in Middlesbrough. You're a fucking proper Walter Mitty fantasizer. Could you just tell those family people, the members on here tonight, please tell us where Jack the Ripper's from so I can go and pay my regards to him and go and see his family, because I'd like to know what is his second name? Is it Ripper? Or is it Jack the Ripper? What's his second name? Is it Smith? Is it Jones? And where's he live? Did he play for fucking Middlesbrough? Because he had a knife. Did he cut through the defence playing for Middlesbrough? Fucking divvy. Jack the Ripper's from Middlesbrough. There was a hand found in a bag in a clipper ship coming from China, went to London, went from London on the way to Middlesbrough, and a hand was found in the man whose bag it was, a doctor's bag. So he's a doctor from Middlesbrough. Fucking hell, maybe the doctor's who done my back. I'll fucking kill him if it is. Oh, I'll get done now. Look, I'm going to kill the doctor, so make me a mess. So that idiot solves 144 years mystery. It was the biggest ever unsolved murder in the history of murders. But our fucking national treasure goes down there. I'm going to solve the 144-year-old unsolved murder. The FBI, the CIA, the fucking Metropolitan Police, the Belgian police, the French police, all the top detectives, MI5, CIA, fucking what you call it, MI6. They've all tried to solve it, but you come along in a 1-hour Ripper tour and he solves the fucking mystery. Jack the Ripper is from Middlesbrough. That was Jack the Kipper. Jack the Kipper's from Whitby. That's Jack the Cod. Fucking balmy, and Jack the Ripper's from Middlesbrough. That's how serious he is. I know Jack the Ripper and all that shit. Lee Duffy, the blood was, you could smell the blood for days. It pungent all over the seaside. Fucking Walter Mitty. Walter Mitty is your name. Walter. And you'll never ever do another book. And if you do, no fucker's going to buy it. My mate used to have a Lancia. It was a Lancia. I remember that one. It was George Fawcett had one, only little. This car was a big car. Big, massive car, this one. They were like fucking hell, what they call them. You're doing it again to me. I'm another car, I forgot now. And them Lancias were like them other cars that were fucking like a James Bond car. They were like them Lancias, if I'm right. He had a sports car there. She was like a big. No, it looked like a Bentley from behind. It was like that type of shape with a Bentley at the back. A Cavalier Lancia, Cavalier something. It was a Cavalier, I think, wasn't it? Was it a Cavalier Lancia, something like that? I think it was a Cavalier Lancia, wasn't it? I'm sure it's just kicked in my head, some name there. So anyone, please check that out for me, please. I think it was Cavalier something. Because I said, that's a funny shitty Cavalier. I'm fucking sure it was a Cavalier something. Lancia, Cavalier. It's definitely something like that. John Day, where the fuck I'm going to phone? Should I come off here tonight? I'm going to put it on my light. I'm going to put my thing for you all. You can see. And the other one is fucking Japanese car. The fuck was it? Yeah, that shape like that. The symbol, emblem on it. Like silver. 105, 187. Thumbs up. Oh, where's the fucking 100? You make me look a fool, you lot. You had the nest, come here. The book's off me. Little nest, come round to it. He's so good at helping people, isn't he? He's marvellous what he does. We're all watching his stuff from the hospital now, the YouTube channel. And just thanks to everyone who helped us in the hospital as well, if you're on here. Thank you for looking after me and all the good times I had there. 3 weeks. I was supposed to be in for 12 weeks. The girl was called Jordan, who was a physio. She was marvellous. And she was getting me right and everything, that fucking scumbag. I'm going to rape your wife. I'm going to bum your dog. I'm going to kill your dog. Bobby the mom's going to get his throat cut in his sleep. Bobby the mom, Bobby the retard and all that he was putting on. All that fucking stuff. I'm going to burn your house down. What you going to do, you silly cow? Because your husband, your daft old husband, your daft 60-year-old husband in hospital, how's he going to save you when you get raped? You're getting raped, and he was sending her pictures of the lads who tried to rape her from Gisbury years and years ago, and she went to court and everything and won the case against him. And Emma won, but he got the pictures of the people had sent them and drove her fucking mental. She had a mental breakdown, absolutely gone. And he's sitting there laughing. And you see that him, he's shaking like a leaf. He's going, ha, 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 ha. I pissed myself laughing when your wife was shaking like a leaf. You fucking scumbag. And you think I'm going to stop coming on here for you? You sleazy thing. But my little son's fucking, like my niece on here. Irish Paul's fucking daughter. Our little niece. 8-year-old, you daft little cunt. 8-year-old little girl, you want to rape her? You're a fucking beast. You're a fucking beast, you are. You make me fucking blood boil, you fucking wanker, you are. Scum of the earth. And that thing with you with that enabler, that thing never stops eating fucking hatty yaks out the river. The pie of rivers. He put about 100 pies on Irish Bull the other night and fucking she ate the lot in about fucking 30 seconds. 12 to 3-year-olds. I had an Astra GT, yeah. Oh, they've gone up now, mate. I don't know, mate. It's not new, and it's an old one, mate. It's about 8-year-old, I think, 10-year-old. I had it. Like I say, my mate got me. It wasn't for fucking just for getting every A to B. Cheap on insurance, cheap on fucking the tyres I get for fucking now because I know the lad and everything. So, like I say, I've had all them big cars and all that fucking stuff and Jeeps and everything. I'd hated Jeeps because they always blew you across the road. I hated vans. Fucking hated them. When you're on the right, the A19, the flyover. Oh, fucking and them fucking lorries. I've jumped out and we battered loads of them. Beep! I'm doing 60 mile an hour. They can only do 60. They're overtaking me at 65. So the beeping me to go faster. I won't go faster. I'll slow down to 40 mile. I won't take the piss. Fucking horrible them vans and them lorries and that. Bullying bastards. 100-ton lorry beeping you. You fucking shit yourself, don't you? Yeah. Lancia Cavalier, I'm sure that was a Lancia Cavalier, I think. Sure, or something like that. Sure, it was something like that. It was like a normal car, like a little normal like engine, like an Escort name. Like Lancia Escort, but I'm sure it was Lancia Cavalier, I'm fucking sure. Sean knows the fucking car. Watson, they call that, Watson from the dock, who owns it. Multi-millionaire he is. Yeah, so Subaru, no. Where am I coming from? I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I don't know. Jedi. I don't know if he's blocked, mate. I haven't got a clue. I haven't got a fucking clue. I don't know who Jedi is. There's the only Jedi I know is the one from Newcastle. He's a good lad, him. Fucking feet are killing me. Yeah, so I was going to say, so yeah, I'm not sure. I'm trying to think now. Fucking thing now. Don't mind that later. Oh, tibia and fibia, yeah. Fucking nightmare, mate. Yeah, tibia and your fibia, fucking nightmare. In your legs. My mate did once, Geordie Brides on the night. He was a good lad. He fucking crashed on the way back to Swanimore. It was terrible. He had like a metal things on his leg to stretch the bone because they put like bones in it. They put like a metal plate in. But what they do, they put in a ratchet. So when it grows up your leg, it'll just pull like that and it'll go in the next position. So no, it stretches. And he was in there. It was terrible. We all been Tony Johns and all that. Tony Bucco and all that went to see him. He was in the hospital in there. North Tees, or was it that? Was it that? Wherever he was hospital, we went to North Tees, I think it was. He was in for fucking about 6 months. It was a really bad crash. He was in coming back. I think it was Spennymoor we were at coming back from there. Geordie Bride, a really nice kid. What's that? I don't know what he's going off. I can't tear it back on. I don't know what it is. I don't know if the battery's running out or something. Just made a video. Screen the book from here. Sued at World Tank Action. To me, they've seen them subbed wild tracks in action. Some power on them. Yeah, 98 Porsche were nice, they were lovely. The 911, I think it was a bit hard to drive for me. A bit heavy pedals, big heavy pedals, but the 928 was nice. Fucking shaped like a goldfish ball at the back, fucking beautiful. And at the end, the name of it across the back. I liked it better than the 911. Massive car, fucking huge. And Supras, I did 2.8 and I had the 3 litre, both of them, but bad there. They're there from, and they're Japanese, I think Japanese as well. 105 on, 89 thumbs up. Scooby, that's about 9 to the gallon. BMWs, yeah, I only had a few BMs. I had 850, 750. Big, massive, big gangster type fucking car. Big, heavy tank, deer on fuel. Well, you say I had more sports cars than anyone else. Lotus Carlton, he's got it. Get in there. Got it. Lotus Carlton, that's it. Come on, Michael. So Michael's got it. Was it Freedom? Lotus Carlton, that's it. Come on. Fucking you, I couldn't get it. Where did I get Lotus? What did I call it? Did I call it Lotus something? I was at Lancia. I don't know what the fuck called it now. Lotus Carlton, that's it. They made 500 of them. 300 standard brake horse, I think they are. And this was 350 brake horse, I think. And the E was a 500 brake horse, something like that. And it did over 200 miles an hour. Fucking left me dead. Oh, fucking hell, Lotus Carlton. Yeah, Lotus. Well, to know Lotus, it means lots of trouble, usually serious. Fucking nightmare cars, always braking. So, like I said, they went like the Lotus, the little Lotuses. They were the Carlton, the big, massive fucking back end on them. Massive wheels. Boom, and I'd go like that, boom, and gone. The power would pull the engine down, the engine pull the suspension and go boom. Like, fucking unbelievable. That was the fastest car I've ever come up against. Fucking all that time to get that fucking thing. I knew it was something with an L and an M in my head. Kilowatts Carlton. Where's the M? Lancia. I said Lancia then. Lancia Carlton. Kilowatts Carlton. Yeah, fucking get in there. Give that man a fucking Lotus Carlton. Yeah, they broke 50 up for parts they never made anymore. With 2D, they were fucking fortunate to buy. Yeah, I thought Johnny had that fucking Carlton on my head. But that can't be fast. There was other Carlton then, I can't remember the fucking things now. That was a drink on it, Carlton, Black Carlton. In Lupiana. Right, guys, I think I'm going to shout. I'm not going to use lot. Lex Life, it's wheeling, it's not, they're just launches. Really, the front feels like it's wheeling, it's not then just launches. I'm lost. AJ Tracy, hi, hello, love, are you okay? Flintstones, keep strong. What's that? First in, last out, keep strong. I like that one. Freedom. Dominic Andrea. Oh, what that is class. Lord's Carlton, fucking class. You know what? Done me head in, Lord's Carlton, yeah. What a powerful car that was. Never drove one. He was going to let me drive it. I never went around, yeah, I over it. He had the dock. What's the name? His first name now? Yeah, big Verbie lad. He said he said he can drive round like he left me for dead. He said, I got him on the straight, but you're going to get beat with a car. Mine there, 330 brake or four cylinders was fucking 500 brake. Fucking flying machines. What's it say there? Freedom ramp, my gearbox will do. 5.56 does it in now. 3.5 ton of a bus. 3.5 ton of a bus. Yeah, I couldn't drive buses and things like me. Fucking not for me. I fucking hate that wind when it catches and you're all over the road. Fucking horrible. Lotus Carlton, Cavalier. Lotus Cavalier. I said Lotus Carlton, innit? Yeah, Lotus. Lancia Cavalier. Fucking nowhere near, is it? So L and C. Lancia Cavalier, I said. Lotus Carlton. So I did have the L and the C in a way right. Got the letters right, first two letters. I never got that one. I've been here for fucking 20 years. Jaggy Jobby. Evening. David, them Lotus Carlton are awesome cars. Yeah, you're right. You know what? That's a fucking bloke's name, Dave. Dave Watson. That's his fucking name. Isn't that fucking weird, that? I'm just there. I can't remember his name. Dave Watson, that's his name. He owns half the dock. Dave Watson, that's fucking unreal. That, all that time we waited the thing, and then the name comes up of the car. And then the man's fucking name, I couldn't remember his first name, came up as David there. His name's David, it was pointed out, and that's the name of the fucking bloke who owns the car. Fucking hell. Isn't it weird? It does you in, doesn't it? Did you ever go to the venue spinning one? I used to run the door there, mate. I used to have it called the Top Hat before all that. We used to work there on the door. It was a rough place. It was one of the roughest places we ever worked there. We couldn't fight with loads of National Front and stuff like that in gangs. That fucking hell's red hot. That is on fire. That's why this is oh yeah, fuck, it's burning the whole thing. That's what's wrong with it. It's been on that long. It's gonna blow up. That's why it keeps going off. It's fucking boiling the top of it. Oh, it's burning my hand. Yeah. Dave Watson, that's his name. Okay, now that was weird. Now the only thing to remember is that other car now, the Japanese one. Fucking what is it? It was a red one. It was red. Fucking hell, that's a really good clue in it. It was white. It was green. I can't think of the name of the fucking thing now. Yeah, 16. It was 19,600. I got it for 16,300. I give him 3. Wally. Okay, it was like a Supra, like that type of car shape. But it was a convertible. You know, it was terrible. Fucking, we started rain, you had to get out and pull the fucking converter, pull it on, click it back on and push it and all that shit. Well, the other one just go, it just comes off the road. See the one I've got now, the Astra TDI, just 2 litre. You just push the button, the roof just shuts up and closes, the windows and everything. No messing about. But the Saabs were good. I've still got the Saab. It's knackered now, but 900 was, I think, 900, I think it was called. They were good, really good. But like I say, the engines now are Vectra engines, so they're not great. You can get one from out. You can get the blue ones are beautiful. It's like not a moonstorm. It's like fucking hell, Kingfisher blue, I think they're called. Like a beautiful blue, beautiful colour blue, absolutely beautiful, like that. that thing there, that colour, like that colour blue, beautiful. But people love them. The Land Rovers, I fucking hate them. No Land Rovers. My mate had a Land Rover. He loved it. Fucking shit. Horrible, ugly things. Roller coaster, even a day out, nerves, knees. It's roller coaster. Yeah, mate, I've had obviously 6 vertebrae replaced. They've drilled through my neck. But the thing was, the neck had taken the calcified bone at the back of my neck. So they've drilled through there and made that as like a wall. So that wall, then they put 2 titanium rods in with these nuts and bolts and screwed them in. And then what they've done, the vertebrae were cracked and broken with the weights on the bars probably done it, they said. So I'm squatting 800 fucking pounds on my back for all them years for training. So that's done the damage. So they've had to take bits out. So say that's your vertebrae there. Them bits are broke there and them bits broke there. So they've cut them off there, say. And then they've put plastic ones here. And somehow they've put like screws into that way and into there. So there now my vertebrae are on. So then between the vertebrae though was all calcified bone. So they chisel all that out. And that now, I think it's fucking grew back. Bone spares. So what happens? The bone spares, the little bits push onto your nerves, and if they get pinched, I mean, you've all had sciatica nerve, nearly everyone. You go, oh, you're a fucking bastard, and it kills, doesn't it? Well, this is probably 10 times worse the pain because the nerves are just raw all the time, touching, and because I've had it done not long, only a couple of years ago, it takes 3 years just for the nerves to grow back normal. So I've got 3 years to wait for the nerves to come back to see if it works. But it's not working. My hands are on fire. My hands are burning now. My right side is like that concrete. I'm not joking. My side's rock hard. And Papa coming in and went, oh, God, at least that's like a brick. Steve Mack coming in the week and think, what the fuck? He said, that's ridiculous. Still haven't got no. So what happened? Get like spasms in the muscle spasms. Carol Edwards knows because she sent the thing saying, I know exactly what you're on about, Brad. She did it herself, so it's terrible. And then it spasms up. It's like when you're on your train and you're getting loads of blood in the muscle and you feel, oh, it's knacking. But it's like average about 20, 30 times worse. So the spasms are like, it's like a boom, boom, boom. Like when you bang your hand like in a cartoon and it goes like a fucking throb, boom, or your heart's beat. It's like that all the time. And then you just, the pain and your little tears will come down your eye like a little bit of water because the pain's that bad. I'm like that 24 hours a day. Last night, I didn't get to sleep this morning until about 9 or 10 o'clock today. I got up at 5 o'clock today. 9 o'clock in the morning, I was awake till couldn't keep awake. I had trained yesterday. I did a train back. Yes, no, the day before I trained back. Couldn't train last night. It was too much pain. So I can't train at night either. So, but it's recovering on these, being on so long, it just makes it worse. But I'm just trying to just block it out to see if I can do this 2.5 hour ones of these for so many months. It might strengthen it. So I've been doing sit-ups. I've been doing where you put your feet on the bed and come to the air with your legs and you push your stomach out. I've been doing them every night, and I've been doing leg raises. I've been doing fucking a load of exercise, leg extensions, leg biceps, all sorts. And it's still not fucking getting any better because the nerves are damaged. So the nerve damage, as soon as you touch, it's like when you've got a raw nerve and you think, oh yeah, fuck it, it's like toothache. This is like toothache. When you just get that abscess. So it's like an abscess of your side, like a massive abscess. And it's just like, boom, 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 like that, non-stop. That's why I come in here, talk to you, because the time blocks it out. That fucking land, that car blocked it all right. Think of another car we can't think of. So the fucking pains. So on my side now it's just like a big lump sticking out. Terrible. So they haven't fixed it. They haven't done it. I've just alleviated. Because if I never got it done, it would have just went woof and severed it and would have come off. Because the bone spurs build up, and the calcified bone, so it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. It's called a spinal stenosis, and in degenerative discs, it's called. So the discs are wearing down, so it's like bone on bone with the disc, and then you've got no. It's like in between there's glucosamine, like a rubber, like a jelly stuff. That's gone, so it's like bone on bone. So you're like, oh fucking hell, the pains. Honest to God, sometimes I've passed out with the pains that bad. But when she was doing the hospital, the lady who was doing me, she said about 6 weeks she'd be all right. She'd done 3 weeks with me. She went, maybe another 6 weeks now. She said 9 to 12 weeks she'll be all, I'll get you right. And because that dirty bastard was phoning her up and threatening to rape her and burn the house down, which he's fucking done, you all know that, I had to come out. They said, no, you can't go home. You've only had 3 weeks. You've only had the operation. You've had the other operation only a year ago. You've had another one. You're 60-year-old now. You've had 2 major operations. So when I got the second up, I come in and I had it done. About 3 hours after it, I woke up. It was still bad because I'd had my neck done. So they did the bottom one. But when I did the bottom one, I woke up about 3 hours later. No, about 3 days later. Sorry, I was awake. It was about 3 days later, but I woke up. I'd been asleep for about 3 hours. I woke up and I started shaking, and then he all beep 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 beep. The other thing with my heart and everything all went off. So I didn't come running in. He was Polish, the doctor, lovely lad. I went, I know what it is. He said, well, you're freezing, like you're in the morgue, like you're that cold. It's like freezing cold. So I said, it's because I've had no food. I said, get me some orange juice and some crackers. What type of crackers? He was panicking a little bit. I was going beep, 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 and he got this space, and it was like a tin foil. So I put on me fucking tin foil space blanket thing. Put that in, and got another one on me. And I'm fucking freezing. My teeth are shaking, like that noise. And for the reason I was saying, he was going, and he was panicking. I went, get me some. Anyway, I drank the orange juice because that's pure sugar. Because I was on that nail by mouth for 5 fucking days, there's nothing in my body. So anyway, I fucking got the sugar, and I said, there's Mars bars in there because they were sneaking them in for me. So I'd never had it. So I had 2 Mars bars, and I come, give us that Mars bar, you get the Mars bar, because they'd had me on. And then I got the other one off him. And then he gave me these crackers. Anyway, about 15 minutes later, it just come down. It was going beep, beep, and all the machines. Fucking scary when I did it. So he said, oh, I thought I was going to lose you there. I went, fucking lose me. How can you lose me? Fucking. And he was nice, lovely lad. He was from near Spennymoor. He was from, where the fuck was it? Well, I don't know. It was 6 hours, I remember. Where the fuck was he at? It was not Spennymoor. Near Spennymoor. Oh, fucking hell. You know what? So it's a little village. It says on the way, so like Fishburn, like somewhere like that, on that way. Collieries, something called, no, Blackhall Colliery, wasn't the Collieries, no. Yeah, it was up that way, the Blackhall Collieries, where he was from there. He came over from Poland, like a refugee and that. He had a wife and all that. Lovely, lovely lad. He was a little bit scared on the thing, you can see he hadn't done a longer job. But yeah, I just got on with the fucking thing. Dougie Joyce, that'll be that fucking idiot trying to pretend he's Dougie. Saying I don't know Dougie. Dougie phoned me a couple of times a month. Oh, you young big fella. You've seen him on my lives. When Terry was on, he's going, hi Dougie, my teeth are real. Terry was shouting. Dougie was laughing like mad because you could see his face from here with the phone. You just couldn't see it. And he's going, now in his head he thinks he knows Dougie Joyce. Well, I don't know him, you fucking moron. Absolute fucking bell end. Every time you do something, I'll get him to come on and make a fool of you again, like I did with Tina Shaw, like I do with Carol Edwards, like I did with Chris Curry. Oh, there's no such thing as that. It's 6 foot, nearly 7 foot fucking Iceman. He's making it all up. It's all in his own head. So Chris, come on. Terry, come on. Terry, do him. I made you look like a divvy again, because you are a divvy. You are Mr. Brown. As soon as you wake up in your head, every morning, the first thing you think of is, where can I get my brown from? That's the first thing in your head. And then the second one is, where can I get my tin foil? And the next one is, what tree am I going to be in? Because they're going to be out my fucking tree. I mean, when you've got tin foil and brown together, you're out your tree. And that's what you do every day. I need to phone the police and so on. And because you can't phone the police or anyone else, I think the police have told you to go fuck yourself now. Because no one else is getting arrested. So it seems to the cops are thinking he's fucking loopy. I think he's definitely going to get sectioned. I think they're going to have to sit up and listen and think they're fucking right, all these people. Two on eBay now, 90k. Two on eBay, 90k. Oh, so it's Carlton's. Fucking hell. Yeah, I've never drove one. Never drove one. So outside by everyone else, I've just got rid of my palate, so I thought I'd run half shot and going to sleep soon. I need a drink to join in. Well, that's what you need, have a drink. Have a few drinks, not wrong with that. As long as you're not going fucking, as long as you don't end up like him. Fucking hell. That's an insult, isn't it? Okay, he doesn't. It's what it is with him. He doesn't know when to say like, "I've had enough now." When you think like, "I've had enough now," I'm drunk or I've had a bit of gear. I've had enough. He has to go on and on and on. He's a fucking crank. You go for Papa. You still about? Hell, you're on late. Papa, love your son. Irish bull. Yeah, threatening Irish bull's little daughter. That made me. It's made me. That was my wife's bad. But a little 8-year-old baby, fucking baby 8-year-old, not even fully fucking grown. One that, like probably that big, you know, like it just makes me ill. It makes me fucking really makes me ill. I hate the dirty bastards to do. And she sat with him saying that letting him say that enable her, like people said. She's enabling him to do it. And you know if she gets if they get caught and go to jail, she will grass him up in a second off the come and say, right, we take your child. I really honestly think that Cleveland Police, if you're not going to help us, go and help that child. He's on that stuff every day and night. You can see it in his demise. He's been like that all the time. And you want that kid could end up dead and it'll be down to you. Or he's going in at burning somebody's house down because he's already done it to us. We've got the videos with Simon Ambler saying, threaten them and burn it. I've already got 2 lads to threaten to burn the house down. Simon went, Brian, I'm going to have to tell you, he said, it's been me who's phoned up a few times pretending to be Irish. Sorry, pretending to be Pakistani taxi driver. And pretending to be another lad from Leeds. He said, it's me. He said, if you give me a good hiding, I deserve it. If you want to get the police, I'll go in and admit to it. So anyway, we become friends, and it was good to know that was. He said, who's done it? So he sent us the video. You'll see it on here, Simon Ambler, where Jamie's face is on the video. Jamie's phone number's on it, and Jamie's fucking other computer, his own computer, and it's got numbers of people on it who you know who's been on my lives with me. So it proves it's him. It's got his own post recognition ID, or the fuck they call it. So the unique ID recognition, or ID recognition, it's called. And that's what both. So Sam had one of them computers in, and Mr. fucking Mr. Tinfoil had one. So they knew each other's ID codes or whatever. So that's how we knew it was him. But then the lads come on and did a live with us and told us. He said, phone him up, which I haven't got his number. He said, well, he's his number. Well, that's against the law to send somebody's number over the internet to threaten someone to go to the house and burn the house down. That's against the law to threaten someone to get someone to go to the house and beat them up, which he did. And that's against the law to put people's, take pictures of people's house and put it up when you give them the house and my car registration and my car number. Told how many people in the house and what rooms they were in and everything. And you told them to go to the house, offer him out and be deadly serious. So what do you mean? He said, well, offer him out for a fight. He said, he'll be shitting himself. So then Simon sat there and thought about it, phoned him back up and said, what did you get them lads to say? He said, oh, I got them to threaten to burn the house down. He texts back, he said, Simon said, listen, Jamie, I can't do this. Is serious, threatening to burn people's houses. That's not me. I can't do this no more. He said, I thought this was all a joke. It was just a bit of a hoax and all that. So then he turned on Simon, because Simon got raped when he was a kid. He was sending him like gay rape porn. So Simon sent us the pornographic imaging thing he sent. But 2 days later, we got it off him anyway. It came from Jamie Doyle. Jamie Doyle sent us the disgusting, vile stuff where a young boy, about 14, 15-year-olds, getting raped by 5 or 6 men, like male men, on this video. And that's what he's sending. That's what he sits and watches in front of his child. It's terrible. Really bad it is, honest. And they're doing nothing about the authorities. Doing fuck all. The kids at school and all his friends are talking about it. And then he's offering me out to have a fight. And when I've got fitter, still nowhere near fit. But he wouldn't meet me now because he knows I can walk. I can put a foot forward and move. He won't. He just run like a fucking. He would be faster than Richard Kilty in the Olympics because he's a coward. He is a coward. He's never had a fight with anyone and won. He's never had a fight with anyone without running away. He's a coward. As soon as anyone comes up like a man to him, he's great at bullying old women, old men in wheelchairs, old men like Marty, people like Teddy, people like fucking Emma, people like Maria Howard, people like Raggy, who've all got cancer. He's great at being the bully. But as soon as somebody stands up to him, 999, starts making all the lines up. So he records things I'm doing now, splices them all, and gives it to the YouTube or to the police to get us took down. What a sick fucking individual you are. What a sick man you are. Good night, love. Zoo girl. brother members of the venue tunes. I have a few CDs. Yeah, I never went to the venue, mate. I was at the Coliseum. I had the very first rave club. It was called the Eclipse. The very first one I ever worked in was the very first rave club ever in the Northeast. There was one called Cream in Liverpool, but we had it miles before that. And there was another one in Manchester called the Hacienda. We had it miles before that. And we had ours there in 1991. We had the first rave, 24 rave, and we also had the very first rave music was played in called in Saltburn. What the fuck's it called? Saltburn. Fillmore's. It's called Fillmore's. It's the very first place for rave music, and I worked there in about 1986, 87, and it was house music, house nation, house music, house music, house music. It was all that stuff. So that was the first type that music come from America was that, and then it was get up your body, everybody get up and get your body. Mel and Kim, them two come and she died of cancer. She was on every night when I was in there, like not real, but just the music. That was the records were Salt and Pepper. That was it, Salt and Pepper. Ooh, Salt and Pepper, real good. So them type of music was on, and then after that, we opened the Eclipse in 1991 summertime, and it just took off. They never had anyone in. The first night I had about 30 people, and so I got all the people from the jails and stuff I was in with. They came and filled the fucking about 3,000 people in there. It was fucking shocker, and it was 500 people right down the street trying to get in at 5 in the morning. We'd open about 10 o'clock at night, and it would be open until the next day. You could go in like 20 odd hours if you wanted, but we'd open until about 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock next day. So people would be in about 16 hours and knackered. They'd go and sleep on the double decker bus or a single decker bus. They'd sleep on there when it was a bank holiday, and you'd pay £10 on that, £15 on the Friday and £20 on the Saturday to get in. But you were in 24 hours for the 2 nights, so you were there 30 quid, 35 quid is it? Yeah, I think. And that money we took on the doors, man. We had 3,000 people in the club, just fucking phenomenal. And then the E's were 3 or 4 quid to buy, and we sold them for 20 quid. The fucking money was unbelievable. It was unbelievable how much money we had. It was just like fucking unbelievable. And that's why when they make the movie, it'll just be an unbelievable film. Because the thing is, it's all true. It's not lies. It's not made up. Most of it's in the newspapers and stuff. So you can go into the newspaper and get in the archives, in books. People talk about it, and the people teach I know it's true. And you do because you've seen this, you've read the books of what I've done. That's the next one. As soon as we get the book finished with Lee Watley, we're going to start that soon again. We've got the training book put away because the lad who's done my book's done it for me, but he's been poorly. His dad's passed away, and I think he's had a bit of a mental breakdown. His head's gone, so he's come off the YouTube, and he's come off to writing books for a couple of years to give him a break because his dad's passed away. And it's really affected him, so I can't push someone who's lost a father and they can't write no more because of the year. But he's finished the book, so Emma's getting that. I'm thinking of just having a go ourselves and doing it. Flint Tints Louse and watch don't comment, watch any channel on this crazy platform. Good luck, you're good loving people. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much. 98 still on. Bloody hell, I only need another one more, over 100. I think that's the first time I've done it. So now we had 450. We've got 550, so we need another 50. I'm bounding you up. They're saying, fuck off with you so we can go to bed. Get to bed. You go to bed when you want, you don't have to stay with me. You don't have to leave me on my own. You can just go anytime you want. If you want to leave me, it's up to you. Especially Papa, if you don't want to leave me. Just want to leave me on my own, Papa, doesn't he? Leave me. The thing, the Bastille, the storm with the Bastille, that's when they went to the French government and the kings and that were feeding them rotten food. So they went to the Bastille, which was a jail, and went in. The French, not the Foreign Legion, the French people off the streets and just fucking broke in, released everyone, and started guillotining every fucker because they were spending all the money on themselves, called aristocrats or snobs. So the people starved, so they overthrew. Now that's what's happening against in France. In France now, they're overthrowing like the Bastille. All them people being killed and everything because they're not getting a fair deal. Yeah.
shout on the live to Don that he's still on the line, but he's not answering.
Don, you're still on the line, but you're not answering.
I can hear your live in the back.
See this? It's boiling hot. It's like on fire.
Yeah, when it went off earlier.
It went off earlier when you were out. I put it back on. That is really bad, isn't it?
Oh, it's boiling.
That needs 10 off for the night, doesn't it?
Mm.
So I'm going to have to shoot, guys. I've got 100 on. Look at that. The most I've ever had in one go. 100 people, like struggling back.
100 people on? You've got more than 100 people on?
No, 100 likes.
Oh, 100 likes.
100 likes in one go. That's the most I've ever had.
Oh, it's boiling.
It's really boiling. Just waiting for one more like. So I can get over 100. Trying to get a car for an hour. I finally got the name of it.
So you finished your shoe or did you take one?
No, I took my shoe off. So I've took it off. You didn't pinch my shoes. 101. Oh, wait, let's get 104. Oh, yeah, 104. Come on, guys. We're going now. Push the like buttons, and that's just done for the night. Tomorrow, I might have a day off. Tomorrow, I'm knackered. Might have a day in bed watching telly. And my little dog, Eli. He needs his love off his dad. Give you the rest from me. Yeah, so that scumbag there. Horrible what he done to Irish Bull's little daughter. Disgusting. She's like it's like being Emma's little niece. You know what I mean? Bull's like a son to me, and me and Emma. And it's like to us, it's like he's our family. So he's done that to like my niece. That really, really fucking pisses me off. Yeah. Really makes me sick to the stomach. Don't care if you do what you want to me. You know what I mean? I'm not bothered, obviously, but picking on other people just to try and upset me, you're a fucking disgusting, vile thing. But you've got no house, you've got no books. You haven't even got any tinfoil. I've got some there if you want some. I've got a bit older. Oh, fucking hell, you haven't got, oh, he's fucking devastated. His head's gone. Since you've moved from the Stokesley, there's an influx of tinfoil was getting sold there by the ton. Since you've gone, there's only 2 or 3 rolls a week getting sold. It proves that you were buying all the tinfoil up there, didn't it? Tinfoil. What a fucking embarrassing name. Tinfoil. Boil bag in a brown of sugar. Boil bag in a brown of sugar. Can't get done for that, can you? Boil in a bag of brown of sugar. How's that bullying anyone? Big up the tax man. The king. You can take our lives, but you'll not take. What was it? You take our freedom, but you'll take our life, but you don't take our freedom. Freedom. Yeah, so you can't go to Ireland. Bad out of there. You can't go to Teesside. Oh, by the way, I've been talking to people from Groville. You never was at Groville with a camera crew 2 days ago. All cuckoo shit in your little fairy head. There's no camera crew with you. Bullshitter again. There is no fucking book of Brian Clough. Bullshit. Like my uncle spoken to Nigel Clough, which is Brian Clough's fucking son. There's no book. And I know young Brian Clough, Brian Clough. His mum, I know her, he's a carpet fitter. And Brian said, there's no way in this world we do a book with him. Never. So you won't be able to do that for me. They're already millionaires, you stupid cunt. We've already done books on him and documentary. How can you do a book when the BBC have done films on him and everything? So you're going to come on with your fucking daft little camera and do a legendary fucking one of the biggest names ever in Teesside. You've got the rights to do the book. Let's get this one. Where the fuck's the Paul Sykes movie? Where's Paul Sykes movie? It's all in your cuckoo head. Cuckoo waltz. You live in a fucking cuckoo land. You know when you take that Mr. Brown sugar, one lump or two. I mean, when I was at school, everyone used to say I was a little weirdo, but they're still saying it now. None of your fucking family want to talk to you. None of your mum, brother, sister. None of them have them in the house. Your own daughter won't let you see your fucking Mr. Brown. Go to your daughter somewhere and take the kids out and show them in the pram. Take the kids out of the pram tomorrow, or take the kids out for a walk. Go and see your dad or your mum tomorrow. Let's see a picture of your mum and dad. I haven't got one because you can't do it, because I'm telling the truth. I can't stand you. Your mum's frightened you because you bully her. Nicking out of her purse. Nicking out your other's purse for fucking brown sugar. It's not that bad. Just get the Tate and Lyle. That's white sugar. That's better for you. You would take anything if it get you off your head. Sat there all day long taking shite in front of a child, and police won't do nothing. Or social services, you should sit up and do your due diligence and go and check this man out. I'm a concerned member of the public in fear of this young kid being overdosed on the drugs what he's taking in front of him. So why don't you go and check my story out to see if I'm lying? Right? Go and check it out and save that. Do a good thing and save a kid's life. Don't let us sit here and say you were warned of Brian Cockerill, you and Cleveland Plus. You were warned what he was doing. You were warned what he was doing with that child. Yeah. And then that poor fucking kid, I bet if you give him a piss test, it'll be drugged in his system because of him sitting there just smoking that brown sugar and a cup of tea. Mr. Brown Sugar, Brown Sugar. As soon as you wake up in your head, you're lying in your bed, first thing you think of is the brown. And then you think, I'm a fucking clown. And then you become Coco the clown, Coco the clown. I'll fucking torture you for the rest of my life. And I might not have long to live. Might not live much long. Might only have another 30 years. Might only have another 50 years to live. So in that 50 years, I will fucking be like a monk. A monk, never taking drugs or drink ever. Coming for 4 years in September the 20th or 21st. I think it's the 20th. And you tried to get me back on it. I wouldn't take it. And you tried to get me on that. So you had leverage on me. That's what it was. But I didn't do it. Yeah, no kids should never. Do you know what? You just said there, no children should ever get mentioned, but not him. But I only mention the kid for the safety of the kid. I don't mention I hurt the kid. He's telling lies to the police and I threatened the kid. So the kid said, no, he never threatened me. The kid was asked and he said, no, he never threatened me with a knife. So you tried to get your son with the police. Why is there nothing on the statement about the kid? Why haven't the police arrested me with that? So that would be paramount if I went there. But you've got to remember this. You said 2.5 years ago on the Paul Suggett show that I'd went to your house with a knife. So that was 2.5 years. The kid's 15 now. So if it was 2.5 years ago, what would it be? 12 and a half? 12. So how could he be fucking 15 threatening him if he was 12 2.5 years ago? Just shite, you come out with lies. You just make stories. You're just trying to make me look bad. But you've got no proof of it. And every time you come up with it, you just make a fool of yourself because every time you come, people know you're a liar. You're going your live, you're off your fucking tits, the sweat's dripping off you. You look like a fucking rapist on their third victim without arrest. You're a widow sitting watching them disgusting things, paying them young boys, abusing young boys down London. Fucking disgusting. Your days are numbered, they're over. You've got no house, you've got no money, you've got everything on all your books have been taken down, all your videos have been taken down, all your audio books have been taken down. You've went to a bloke who's contacted me and said, you tried to get me to do 4 books today. I said, no one wants to work with you. Then you tried to get them done in audio, and that man told you no as well. That was a very good friend of mine who phoned me and told me, he said, you're right about him. He's been doing this all along. I didn't believe him. I didn't believe you. I didn't believe Emma. And now I believe he's 100%. So I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I know, and he knows now what you are. So the great thing is, every day more and more people are coming on, and you'd have Gary Smasher. Everyone knows that's you. Loads of people have been on here saying it. We all know it's you because you picked the biz, because you picked Gary Smasher. Because there's 2 fat slags in that biz. I wonder who they look like. I wonder who the 2 fat slags in the biz look like. I might put them up and show who they look like. See if you like it. But I wouldn't do that because I'm not like you. Put little childish little videos up. I'll come on and talk the truth. And if I'm wrong, I can get arrested, go to court and explain it in a court of law. But you can't because you just put shit up. You don't forget to push the like button. Bull's saying 112. I can't believe it. This is what does his head, guys. With when you push the like buttons, because he said my channel's dead in the water. But the one we did last night's got 3,000 views already. This will probably have 3,000 in the morning. So we're getting like probably 5,000-6,000 views every day off just 1 or 2 videos, but we're getting 150 fucking likes in 2 days off each video, and it's driving him around the bend because he can't handle it. Because you are just enabling me to keep going, but it's driving him around the bend. Your channel's shit, nobody's watching it. Well, what are all these on here for? Nearly been on for over 3 hours. I've been on. They're still on. There's still 86 people on. 112 thumbs up there, Mr. Tinfoil. You can't get no one. You went on yours 3 months ago, I think it was. You went on, everyone come on and tortured you because you're horrible and you're hated. So that's what's going on. Every time you make a video, you're going to get people bombarding you with shit. But you were doing that for years with people. But the people you get to do it to me and Emma have said no now. and you can't get no one else to do it. You tried the other week to do it with a few people, but the mods on here just obliterated you. So all the people are standing by us, and we stand by them because we tell them the truth. Every time I come on and say about you something, the truth comes out. We've got it. We've got people coming on telling the truth. You keep saying everyone's lying. How can do you know when you look in the mirror yourself and you go, everybody's lying? That means you're cuckoo. So you're saying like 100, 200, 300 people are talking about you, are all lying. All these people have had the books here about 22 subjects. They're all lying. So why is everyone lying about you? Why is it only you and your wife telling the truth? Why is it only me coming? Why have I come forward with court letters? Why have I come forward with statements of the police and showed them all? You've got nothing. If you win the court cases, like you said, you walk free from the magistrates, you'd have nothing to worry about. You'd have all your books still up. The reason why your books have been took down is because the judges have ordered them, and Amazon's awarded them because they've seen the court order from Judge Cook and Judge Gargan. And I showed all the people the letters they're all the fakes. How can I fake anything to state my hands? You just talk shit. I wouldn't even have a clue what a fucking fake a court letter. I haven't got a clue. So they're all proof letters, and if I was doing that, that would be called contempt of court under section 2A. You're not allowed to do an explicit court hearing. You're not allowed to do any videos or recordings of a court case, telephone recordings or video recordings or any recordings in any way, shape or form. But you did that in January 2021, and then the judge done you in February, and you were done for contempt of court for putting an explicit recording up from the courts about my court case, what was going on, and you spliced it and made it in different videos. So the judge in charge done you for contempt of court, and you turned around and said, oh, well, it was made off Warcry Publishing, so it proves it was fucking you. It was made off Warcry Publishing. I've got the email of the judge. It was made by Warcry Publishing. It won't happen again, but it could be anyone because it's 10 different people who work for us. That's what Rob Brenton said to the judge. So he give you a caution. But he was told if you do this again, you'll be in serious trouble. You will get a fine, or you could be given a custodial sentence. I've got that recorded on my phone in of the judge sent to us from the courts, and I've got it on a piece of paper, the full documentation of what you did. So I'm lying about that, you said. So I showed that, put it up, and everyone's seen it. You just can't stop telling lies. But you said you went to court and won. You walked out the magistrates 3 times. You went. You won 3 times. You went. We went to the court. And now when does it go? I was going to do the voice before I go, so everyone can laugh. They all want to laugh at you. If you want me to do the voice, everyone, put our number 1 up for us. Just put number 1s up if you want me to do the voice before I go, just to prove that everyone's backing us and everyone's backing Irish Bull. What you said, Irish Bull's daughter's fucking vile. Push the number 1 like button, the number 1 buttons. I'll call the ones on Irish Bull. He's got fucking 400. All the 1 buttons. Push the 1 buttons, guys. Come on. Playlist genius. Have a nice, relaxing night. You deserve more than 100 likes. Don't forget to push the number 1 buttons. They're all going up now. Freedom. TVB. Just let them push. So get out. Yeah, you're right. So girl, he's a fucking plonker. You fucking plonker. Rodney, you plonker. Right. Right, here we go. Right. Why? You listen to me. Listen. 5'6" author. No, 5'8" author. I'll fight you. I'll fight you. Steel City Gym. That's Steel City Gym, for those who can speak English. I'll fight you. 11 a.m. Let me think now. 11 a.m. Sunday morning. 11 a.m. 5'8" author. I will fight you. 5'8" author. 11 a.m. Sunday morning. Win, lose, or draw. No, that's win, lose, or draw for people who can speak English. That's you, intoxicated. And you said you never done that video. You said you did next. So I will meet you anywhere. I will meet you. I'm going to milk this. Flying. You can't speak properly, Jamie. You can't speak. You can't speak. I can't speak. I can't speak. I can't speak. So that's you. That's how you talk. Shit. Right, guys, I'm going to shoot. I love you all. I'll see you soon. And thanks for listening to us. And have a great day tomorrow. What was funny that? That was hilarious.